group must agree that they want to be a people from the rest in the region, preserving our tolerant, permissive society, our own way of life, and very high standards. But to do that, you must have the will, the capacity to express your desire in an effective way. In other words, you must have leadership. There's no use saying, the Nigerian people believe so and so. Which Nigerian people? East Nigeria, West Nigeria, Midwest Nigeria, North Nigeria? The Congolese Prime Minister or the Congolese President says so and so. Does he represent the 12 million people of the Congo? Nobody has taken a proper census yet. Nobody knows how many tribes there are. Well, assuming that he does represent the 12 million people of the Congo, is he in a position to express and implement their will? In other words, he having decided, he signs a decree number 1551, that all mercenaries of European origin shall be expelled from the Congo. Now you tell me who will implement that decree, that all the non-Congolese soldiers who have been brought there by so many people, the Belgians, Chombe, and the Katangis and so on, must get out of the Congo. Now who implements that? The United Nations is going to send chaps there to serve writs of summons. We serve writs of summons on our Barisan chaps and say, here you are, Dr. So-and-so, please appear in court on Wednesday. And he doesn't appear in court, well, then we issue a warrant for his arrest. Then he appears. Then he is granted bail. Then the time comes for him to appear for trial. The boy has disappeared because he's committed several other offenses. So we say, right, you forfeit. Where is the father and the mother who stood bail? All right, pay.
Biafra, yes. But I don't want Biafra of idiots. As we are here to get Biafra, yes. But I don't want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died, that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. Before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they were looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective, conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives. And the answer is no, you can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it? There is a way that Caucasians think. It's working for them, and I love it. Good luck to them. But you, as an African, you as a Biafran, if you want that piece of land to be developed, you need to think in a particular way. Not necessarily with the way the Caucasian does it. That is what we are doing. So that the legacy of Biafra will last. That Biafrans will not condone anybody. You will judge any fool who is in office and stealing money. They say don't judge anybody. So somebody can be a governor and steal people's salary and run away. Well, don't judge him as he's stealing your money. You come and say, oh, God, but what are you doing? You say, oh, don't judge me, that you will not be judged. It's in the book. It's just like a pastor telling you about tithe. Or touch not my anointing. You are a criminal fake pastor. They are coming to arrest you. Say, oh, touch not my anointing. We want Biafra to be different. That is why we educate you. We impart knowledge the way we do. So you'll be able to hold your public officers to account. Nobody can come and bring any wishy-washy, superstitious mumbo jumbo. Tell you, oh, don't touch this. Nonsense. Everything is questionable. Everything I say. Question everything. That is how you keep your public servants on their toes all the time. To do what you want. After all, the country belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. Power belongs to the people. And in this Biafra we are building, genuinely, power will belong to the people. How do you make them hold on to that power and discharge your responsibilities? By educating them. And that's what we're doing now. So sometimes it appears as if we are digressing. Oh, we are going towards religion. It is for a purpose. We know what we are doing. It is for a purpose. Or else you end up dumb. You won't know what they're doing. We don't want that rubbish. That's why we do things the way we do. After all, the basis of your ignorance as a black person is religion. Religion is why black Africans are dumb. By the time you come away from this bondage, my goodness, that is why we are the way we are. We are fast forwarding everything to make it quick, so that when we get Biafra, you won't mess it up. All of you with your general overseer, if you're in the Biafra army, telling me I should leave Yoruba pastors alone. If you know Yorubas don't want Biafra, is that correct? Yes, this man said, Kumiji said he is praying for the zoo not to break up. Yes? And we're fighting for the zoo to break up. Now, if this pastor of yours, because as you're going now, you give your mom your phone number or your dad. Your dad goes to Yoruba church. They ask you that, oh, where is your son? My son is fighting with the army of Biafra. The pastor can say, give me his number. I want to call him. Yoruba will call your son at the battlefront. If your son did not receive this education now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand why we are doing what we are doing? We want to undermine everywhere the devil will come from. Plugging all the holes that the devil will come from. We are here to get Biafra, yes. But I don't want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died, that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. It's a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of every black freedom fight, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they were looking for. Invariably,
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 10th day of February 2024. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. Because this is where it started. This is where we preach the gospel of emancipation from stupidity. I am telling you. Mental emancipation. the gospel of real freedom. As you've heard or Hamadike saying, that yes, we want Biafra. Just listen. Yes, we want Biafra. Let me paraphrase him. But we don't want Biafra of gullible and stupid people. Because you get it, you mess it up. That is how Nigeria is. Are you hearing me? Do you want Biafra of gullibility? Do you want Biafra of stupid people? As he continued by saying that the principle, the reason why African countries, most African countries have only flag independence and things are not going as it should, is because the principal critical job that should be done before independence was not done. What is that? Education. What we are doing now. Are you hearing me? Because for some of you, this is causing confusion. That is how your little mind tells you. Very shallow-minded person you are. That, you are causing confusion. If that is the case, why do you engage in freedom fighting for the liberation of Biafra for the first time? Don't you know that it is also causing confusion, not only in the zoo, but in the wider West Africa, in the wider Africa? Don't you know that? If you are avoiding confusion everywhere, why do you engage in this fight? We ask critical questions. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say we should ask a question everything. You that is saying that, no, let us leave this talking on religious issue. It's going to bring confusion. Let me ask you. Biafra agitation, is it not a confusion you are bringing? Even among us. Is it not confusion? When the line opens, you call and answer me. Is it not confusion? Then if you are avoiding confusion, don't face your reality. Let us go back and stay in that quagmire. Why do you have to do what you are doing? Oh, ye little-minded, shallow-minded individuals, I ask. We don't need a Biafra of stupidity, gullibility. Where superstitions will be the order of the day, just like in the zoo. Tomorrow is Sunday now. They will tell you, your problem is Satan. Some will carry broom to go to sweep out to Satan. From, is it their life or their family? I don't know. Some will carry knife. They carry knife. When you are praying, you are cutting Satan. Ask yourself, since you entered into this gullibility, fighting Satan, till today, have you killed Satan? Don't you take stock of your life and what you are doing? Don't you do that? Sometimes as a grown-up individual, as a mature person, you sit down and have a retrospect of your life. This in every Sunday, every night vigil, they tell us to bring knife. They tell us to bring minister. We have to buy holy oil in order to cast out Satan. Now, till today, some of you have been doing it for the past 30 years, if not more than. And Satan is still alive. If God couldn't kill Satan, according to your story, I'm judging you according to the story in the Bible. It's you, human being, that can kill Satan. Do you see where your gullibility, you are watching, gullibility or do you see it? Tomorrow the same thing. Don't you ask your pastor, my brother, this Satan, doesn't he die? If God who created heaven and earth cannot kill him, according to the Bible, is it us that will kill him? Why don't you start having a retrospect that no, Satan, there is no Satan, it's not our problem. Our problem is we ourselves, the people, the government, because you are the components of the government, aren't you? Is a problem. The problem is organization. I played the voice of a former Singaporean president, prime minister, who was talking. He said, "Why African countries have all gone down? Because they don't have a will in order to form a nation. They don't have wills to form their nations. And when you don't have, that is uh, the agreement to be called a people, a nation. When you don't have it, as you don't have it, superior power came and imposed nationhood on you. That is why Nigeria is created. You are all Nigerians. And today, is Nigeria moving forward or backwards? Ask yourself. It's for all to see. Ask yourself. Up till date, you are the dumping ground. The dumping ground of the whole wider world. China, Singapore, France, Turkey, name them. England, Germany, name them, Holland, everywhere. You are you are the consumer, dumping ground, dustbin of every country in this world. Because you are not productive. You have been made to be zombies. You have actually surrendered. Somebody wrote on his timeline, he said he put when petrol was, is it 70 naira, 30 naira? He said that time people were even protesting. Yes, that is how people come out to protest. But now fuel is 600, 700 naira. I mean, petrol, diesel, and all, and nobody protests. Every Nigerian has been overpowered into submission. That is why dog eats dog in Nigeria. All they have power is eating themselves raw. Kidnappers are kidnapping on the rampage. Who are they kidnapping? Ordinary people. Businessmen. If they see that they don't go and even kidnap their main problem, the governors, the senators, the politicians. No, they don't do that. Because you are being relegated into hunting yourselves as a fake games. One of our brothers, what do you? If you fail to keep your politicians on their toes, they will keep you on their toes. I used to say this all the time. I used to say it. Any country where you see their politicians in a so-called democracy, watch the body language of their politicians. They are relaxed, in charge, doing anything. It just, when you watch them, even the way they present themselves on the television, the media, you see that they are relaxed. Watch the population. The population are in a mess. Do you understand? Because in a democracy, you don't allow your politicians to rest. 247. You question them until sometimes they resign and say, I cannot. Oh. But in Nigeria, everybody takes solace in religion. And that is the main problem. They have succeeded in deviating all these agents of darkness. They have succeeded in deviating your mindset, not to, from the reality. Telling you that your problem is your brother. Oh, why you are not doing fine is your uncle. Oh, your grandmother in the village. Oh, your village people. It has become the norm in our land. Whereas the real people that are the problems are relaxing every time. Watch Nigerian news. What you see is this one. EFCC questions this one on 200 billion naira fraud. Mr. Mongono, he's wanted for $50 billion fraud. Tinubu, the president, he allowed, he He allowed the 500 million naira just for, one day watering of garden. You hear things, you understand that the politicians are completely in charge. And the people are miserable. The population, blaming themselves for the problems that are being caused by people like them, including everybody. Because according to Albert Einstein, you know what he said? He said that though the bad people, the evil people are not the problem. They are not those that will destroy this world. He said it. He said because there are few, very, very few of them. That those that will destroy the world are passive partakers. That is, those that see evil and keep quiet. They don't react. They don't do anything to fight it. These are the people that will destroy the world. Though they are not evil, but they see evil. They say, "Nah, it no concern me now." Is it not the reason why Igbo properties are being destroyed in Lagos with impunity? Because when it happened to a few people in Ojota, other globality of millions of other Igbos, any other place, we say, no, it doesn't concern. They will keep quiet. Instead, they start bribing their community where they are. They will go to the Yoruba community, PG, in their community, in Lekki, or in any other place in Lagos. I say, we are friends, we are brothers and sisters. So that don't allow, we are different from the Igbos in Festac, which they are dealing with. They're always proud. So, but we have been in this community. They keep quiet on evil. Millions of people. That is why it is affecting everybody. That is the word of Albert Einstein. Very wise word. They have succeeded in deviating the mindset of Nigerians that there is the power of God and power of Satan. So you have to choose one. That is gullibility. Let me read one news headline, please. Let me read it. Breaking news. Nigeria governor cries out as a group of bandits threaten to attack him. There is the governor of Katsina State. This was yesterday's news, February 9th. Listen, there is a place I want to bring out. Just listen. Listen. For you to understand the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that we don't want to restore a Biafra of gullible people, stupid people. Instead, let the Biafra not come yet. Let it wait until most of our brains are sanitized. I am telling you. Otherwise, we mess it up. You are waiting for, no, leave now. Mazi Jonathan, now go stop this. You bring confusion. Let Biafra come. Law. Biafra law. We make law. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Who will make that law? With which mentality? Is it only you that will be, that time now you will soften up from your religious point of view? Is that what you're telling me? That time you will see problem upon problem upon problem. Civil war, unending war. Because everybody will want to represent their religious interest. Foreigners' interest, for goodness sake. I'm telling you honestly. So that those sanitized brains will become majority. Now, I restore a nation. We know that, yes, we are one people. We are brothers. We will have almost one mind. Majority of one mind in order to draft a constitution that will represent our collective interest. That is it. Not your emotion. No. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been going on emotion, he would have stopped the broadcasting even on Radio Biafra. Do you forget when he started? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when he started here on this platform earlier on, people, even Igbo people, we are calling him, no, stop this. Biafra is dead and don't bring out something that we may, they will slaughter also. You are causing confusion. There are nothing he didn't hear. Don't bring confusion even among Igbos. We are doing well in Nigeria. We will use our economic power to take over Nigeria. Oh, why you Kaijaga? Don't worry, don't talk. If you talk now, they will kill us. If you talk now, even some Igbos will rise up in order to fight you. So you bring confusion among us. But did he make him to stop? I ask you, did he make him to stop? And today you are seeing the result. Do you ever see people saying that the call for Biafra is call of war? That one is gone, dead and buried, isn't it? It's gone forever. Now it has been proven beyond every reasonable doubt that we are on the right path, and that the call for Biafra is our inalienable right to self-determination. It is not a call of war. Are you hearing it? So don't bring your propaganda. When I was reading on the notice I put out on my Facebook page, I was laughing when some people are talking. Yeah, deceiving people. Stop for this. Some just one. I know when I read, I say, oh, some of them are autopiloters anyway. But to trust our people now, they come. Because I don't block you. I tell them, come on air. I don't know when the line opens. Come on air. What? Come and call. I will not eat you, please. We want people to hear you. That when people hear that stupidity in you, they will judge you with your words. But be ready for civilized debate. Be ready to face the questions, the fire. That is it, in a civilized manner. That is it. So let me read this news headline. I'm in a beach. Nigerian governor cries out as a group of bandits threaten to attack him. A Nigerian governor, sitting governor of Katsina State. Look at what he said. The Katsina State Governor Diko Omaru Rada disclosed on Friday that rampaging bandits terrorizing some parts of the state are threatening to attack him. Are you hearing it? No to Kanu jets. No killing and burning of houses there. Nothing. The governor made this known during an expanded emergency security council meeting at the government house. He stated that the bandits threat was based on security reports. Speaking in Hausa, Rada said, based on security reports that we are receiving, I am among those that the bandits are thinking of attacking. Listen here. But that doesn't model me, because God is with us and he will protect us. A governor is saying that God is with him. So there is no statehood. God is. You see how he deviates the minds of people. What are other? If it is God we trust, now what are you there governing for? Let us all sit down on the floor and start calling on God to do things for us. Do you see why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that we don't want to restore a gullible, a Biafra of stupid and gullible, foolish, superstitious, mumbo jumbo set of people? Are you hearing it? In Nigeria, everything can pass. And once he said that, he is God laughing. Now you that are stupid, gullible, foolish, ordinary, miserable people will be going to mosque to pray 5 times a day for God's protection. Whereas he is being protected by physical military, with bulletproof cars, rounded up with soldiers, mobile police, any type of Nigerian force armed to the teeth. But he said God is with him, isn't it? Why will I even blame him? When Hope was after rigging, not even rigging, he usurped the election, and he come out to say God will put him there, and people shouted hallelujah. Are you hearing? Are you seeing the stupidity smelling? The stupidity in our people is smelling. Is stinking, I am telling you. And Nigeria is increasing the stupidity by the hour. They push you to God. If anything happened bad, oh no, it's Satan. That is why you see a Nigerian, he will commit even murder. He will rape a girl, a little girl. When they catch him, he say, no, forgive me now, he's devil. And you start to checking, where is that devil? You don't see. And you see people that na devil's work. You know, in your job, wow, for ya, menala. That is the mindset of our people. And that is what we are trying to uproot in our people's lives. Because you have to take responsibility of your actions and the inactions. Are you hearing me? We as human beings, we are responsible for our actions and inactions. It's only in Nigeria they say na devil. It's your the devil. When good thing happen, oh, it's God, it's Jesus. We go into the topic, the subject matter of discussion. But do not forget that we are here live and direct. Today is the 10th day of February 2024. There was the other day, one of our brothers called. He started asking, oh, after R4, what again? He wants to know. And you might see some people thinking that, oh no, how can this person know? No. He was asking, he didn't know. R4, Unko Eke Orie. You think it's everybody that know it? No. That is why Mazi Chinedu said in his broadcast the other time, if you don't know what to talk on social media, go and start teaching Igbo, at least. Because you were people, I admire some of our men and female teaching Igbo. I used to even scroll and learn. Teaching Igbo language on how to call things. I am telling you honestly. Instead of gossiping, instead of gullibility, teach Igbo. Or if you're a jock, go online. If you don't know what to do, start teaching Ijaw language. Because Ijaw language is also going into extinction. Urobo language is going into extinction. You are proud to be speaking Wafe pidgin. That you are pidgin. On your mouth is. If you hear me say, instead of calling London, I say London as Igbo man. You start laughing. You don't know that you are the person that should be ashamed of yourself, because English language is not your language, is it? Look at Indians. Look, ask people that go there to buy goods. What they speak is you, me, you, another idea. And these people that don't even speak English or in China, they are wizards in technologies. But you, when your brother cannot speak nice English, you judge him. Oh, you are an illiterate. You don't know anything. Sometimes I look at some of our people to be, the stupidity is thinking. I am telling you. You will see a Chinese man. You are even bowing down for a Chinese man. He doesn't speak no English. He has a translator in Nigeria. But he's in charge of building your road. The road the governor they give him, being protected by police. He don't speak Kemas English. You don't laugh at him. But when you see a brother that is making sense, but because he's calling London, he say emo, instead of is I put to was. You start judging. Now look at this man. He don't even know how to speak correct English. He need a power chance, because you are the foolish type. You are the foolish type. I am telling you. Let me go to the subject matter of today. And the topic is genuine or true independence. But before that, there is this news about kidnapping. A boss coming from Lagos. A boss loaded, a full loaded boss coming from Lagos to Southeast. The whole passenger of the bus we are all kidnapped. They left a baby girl behind. They killed the driver. Do you see that? Are you seeing that? Do you see the country we are in? Are you seeing the country we are in? Do you see why we want to run away from it? Let me list. Let me another breaking news. Let me see. Let me see, please. The cable. Do you see the country we are in? That is why they sentence everybody into seeking for your individual welfare. Because there is no government. Those that are being kidnapped, some of them could be killed. Now you are religious that the Jew will now use it as a testimony. Oh, just thank God that you are not among them. Praise Jesus. Do you see the evil, the wickedness that is being propagated in our mindset through this religion? But you don't know. Oh, you ask, oh, now wow, that bus, I for entered that bus, but I thank Jesus that it didn't touch me. It's a miracle. Now you go and give testimony. You forgot that it is natural, it is something that should be solved. If we come together and push the government, if we come together and do what we're supposed to do in order to keep the politicians on their toes, you forget that. All you need is, because they have told you also individual race. My personal, I can never forget this word. My personal encounter. If you are counting on your personal encounter, why are you in this struggle? This is not a personal encounter. This Biafra agitation is a collective encounter, because all of us are suffering it. Whether you are rich, you are poor, all of us are suffering. Are you understanding what I'm saying? All of us are suffering. You being rich in the midst of poor paupers. You are poor. You are simply poor because you are afraid of your life, aren't you? They can rise up and eliminate you. They can kidnap you. They can do anything against you. So the best thing is to look for our collectivity, our collective interest. Not that thing they use religion in order to instigate in your brain. That's look at your own, just don't mind. Oh, pray so that God will bless you. Only me and my family. Our brother say that's a chigame no skyscraper. Whereas our women, some near pure water. Kuro water now. No, me too, the same thing. I'll tell them that I don't want that God. I am telling you, I don't want it. That is why we are gods to ourselves. We are the people that should rally around together in order to devise or chart our way. And that is what we are doing in this struggle. The critical, the principal critical job is what we are doing. That is education. Debate. In order to restore our mentality. So that we become collective. Now let me read this also breaking news which I just received right now. Wigwe, his wife and son were in the helicopter. Sorry, let me start. Wigwe, wife, son, Abimbola Ogunbajo in chopper crash. That is the breaking news. February 10, just now, the news. Habat Wigwe, the group chief executive officer of Access Holding PLC, was involved in a helicopter crash in the United States on Friday. The cable understands. Wigwe, his wife and son were in the helicopter when it crashed in California near the Nevada border, as well as Abimbola Ogunbanjo, the former group chairman of Nigeria Exchange Group PLC. 6 passengers were on board, however, no survivors found so far. That is it. What matters is the legacy. The legacy. The legacy you led here on this planet Earth. That is it. Before I jump them, please, let me just also go about this. Talk about this news about the EFCC declares Emefiele's wife, Margaret Dumbiri, wanted. Do you know why I like the caliphate? Hanemege, as an Igbo man, whether you believe you are Igbo, I give me pia gun, so that others, they will humiliate you, so that others will be afraid more and more, in order to be bent, to be pliable, so that others are watching. Other Igbo politicians, other Biafran politicians will be watching with fear. Anything they tell them, they say yes sir, yes sir. Margaret Dumbiri Emefiele, wife of the embattled former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele, has been declared wanted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for money laundering. Yeah. Oke soro ngwere ma mmiri. Ọkọcha ngwere ọgada akọchakwa oke o. Ọkwa ihe anyị nọ. When I say Biafran in Nigeria, you're not washaka. You are, they are using you. Have you ever heard when they talk about indicting Buhari? Have you ever had? Have they ever? Who will talk about it? But do you see Jonathan? They try to go into Jonathan through the wife. That they want to indict her. This, and if not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting that time, and they withdrew. Have you ever? What about the Sanusi Lamido Sanusi that was put there by the what is the name of this man? Dasuki, as an agent. They carry Nigerian money as they want. Did you ever hear any person talk about him, indicting him or anything? Man, as Igbo man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. Serve Nigeria and come back with shame. Don't you see it? If they tell them, look, name with brain. Don't you see how some people, including some Igbo people in Cote d'Ivoire, died out of heart attack for watching football? Oh, it's a which kind of emotion is suffering. I mean, our people are suffering from. It tells you the people you look at. He's dead. He's dead. The one in Cote d'Ivoire, an Igbo man, very rich, but he's dead. Yeah. Because of football. Nah, I never see this type of people before. I am telling you, I'm an Igbo man, but I never see the type of force before. I know many weak points everywhere, and they are using it. They are using it to fight us. But we must continue. We engage in this struggle is not because it is palatable. We engage in this struggle, it is not because it is easy, but because it is the right thing to do. It is very difficult. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say is the most difficult job on earth. Agitation for the restoration of Biafra. Do you know that? And that is why we have reached a bridge of no return. We have crossed the river Rubicon. No more. We don't even think of stopping, because you stop, you perish. Not even go. You cannot even go back. You just stop, you perish. That's how it is. So, our brother Emefiele, they are now pursuing the wife. They are now pursuing. They are now pursuing the wife of Emefiele. Are you seeing it? They are now pursuing Emefiele's wife. So that others, they put fear in you. Others, anything they tell you, you do. In Nigeria, that is why we want to run away. There is something like this ongoing football. There is something I put on my timeline. Sometimes I stay like this. Something will just enter my head. I ask that question. Why is it that in Nigeria today, when it comes to football, they don't do quota system? How I wish they would be doing quota system. Sokoto is 36 states, Abi, plus Abuja. Now, Sokoto, you have one. Every state bring one. How I wish it is so, quota system. Why they don't do quota system in football? For you to understand that they know what they are doing. Are you hearing me? Look at how they have relegated us into just players, entertainers. Are you hearing? Ndibo. They have relegated us into entertainers. But go to the where money is entering in that Nigerian football. There it is them. The caliphate, they are there staunchly controlling. You are an entertainer. The same way they use black people, Africans in France, in order to entertain. Now, instead of you people carrying drugs and being foolish on the streets, come on, enter, be playing football. We'll be watching you. And they will be winning trophy for the country and getting crumbs. Do you see that? That is what they have relegated us in Nigeria. When it comes to football or any sports, now they remember Igbo. I say, why they don't do quota system again? They have forgotten quota system in football. Now they don't care putting the whole 23 players as one tribe. They don't care, and the Nigerians will be clapping. Now no more tribalism in football. No more. But when it comes to other things, engineering, Jakuta steel industry, people to work there, director generals of federal government parastatals, hey, Igbo man want to dominate. I beg, relegate them. Relegate them. But when it comes to entertainers, where are those Igbo boys? I beg, and here they're good. Oh yeah, man, line up. You know, our people are gullible. I am telling you. What I see is that any race that is subjected into fending for yourself, individual hustling, scavengers, they have sentenced us into scavenging. Otherwise, I would any woman, any Biafran football player, everybody will boycott Nigerian football. Be doing your thing now by yourself. Anything you get, no problem. But people, if you know, agree, another thousands today behind, they want lining up. See, oh boy, do you see it? Do you see Congolese team lining up? They sent a message, putting hand. They put signal, sign of the world keeping quiet to why their people are being destroyed. They sent a message. Can our people, very gullible people, can our people do that? Who we talk? Is it all this? Who we talk? I went in Subu. Check again. I'm saying now. Oh, the far. That's why we have to. This creation of awareness that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started. We have to continue to know whether we will, our people's brain, at least we will be restoring, tickling in small on Abata. We are our people, we are being relegated, we cannot talk. We are now in a state of stupor, generally. Sentenced to look for your crumble. Don't fend for yourself and your family. Don't talk, don't do anything. But that is how bad it has become. Very, very bad. Our situation in Nigeria is horrible. It's simply bad, honestly. But we must continue. We must continue. Let me go straight to the topic of my submission today. Let me go to the topic of my submission today. There is another topic. Tinubu wants Nigerian armed forces avoid acts that can destroy democracy we enjoyed in the last 20 years. Many people, you will see this topic as this headline as very little, but it means a lot. There is something going on. You know that they are planning coup against him. Mostly the Northerners, because of what he's doing. He wants to bring down things to the south. So they are planning. He know. And that's why he's warning them that he know. So let me leave that one for another day. Let me go to the topic of my submission today, which is genuine or true independence. That is freedom. Genuine or true independence. True freedom. That is what we are looking for. It's not only flag independence, so, for your information. It's not only flag independence. That is why it's very hard. It's very difficult. Because they know it. That if we have independence, this true freedom that we are fighting for, that we are patriotic to our nation. Not like Nigeria. No person is patriotic to Nigeria as a country. No, 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 no. Now, let me start by saying, defining this. Genuine or true independence is when you make decisions based on no external factors. Rather, on the basis of your own mindset. Capital letter mindset. Do you see where what we are doing, our Saturday programs come into play? Do you see that? Rather, on the basis of your own mindset, not controlled or affected by foreign agents or foreigners. No, your own mindset. That is yourself, your root, who you are, your originality. Without waiting for order from Pope, order from America, through religion, order from Archbishop of Canterbury. No, but from your own mindset. Do you see that? Do you see what we are saying? That you have to make that genuine or true independence is when you make decisions based on no external factors, rather on the basis of your own mindset. Underline that word, mindset. When you stop letting others influence your thoughts and start discovering your own insights inside the world, you will be truly independent. You see, start discovering your own insight into the world, which means you have an output instead of absorbing. Now, that your originality, you have to bring it out, push it to the world for the world to see, instead of condemning yourself, your ancestors. Oh, how many are? Oh, our ancestors killed twins. Who, the most foolish human being on this world is somebody that's, it's in Igbo adage. It is only a foolish, very foolish human being that will come and start castigating his mother's soup outside. Do you see that? When they say, what is the sweetest soup? You say, no, you say no, it's other people, foreigners own. Your mother will look at you as the most stupid child. Everything, our adage, our proverb is very rich, but only that we don't go down to understand it or to think and ponder in it. No, we don't do that. Otherwise, it's very, very rich. So, when you are programmed to condemn your ancestors and others are, I will come to that, please, in details or in a bit detail. And other, you condemn your thing because you are serving other people's purposes. That's the only thing. As a Jehovah's Witness man, I've seen many of them. They don't join. Why don't you support what you are doing? Nah, now I cannot fight for the kingdom of this world because we are waiting for a kingdom of heaven, New Jerusalem. And you are watching somebody. He wears shirt made in China. He wears shirt he bought in Germany. Not from I don't know which heaven he's talking about. I don't know. But all those people, all those things that are made by countries, organizations, organize the people. And he's using money. And you start looking, how do you bring back these people into normalcy? No, they don't. Many of them, As you're hearing my voice, many Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't join what we are doing. They say they don't fight worldly kingdom, because we are fighting political, I don't blame even Russia for banning them. I'm telling you honestly, for banning that group in their country. That is how many other groups are. And today we are talking about genuine or true independence, true freedom, not to flag independence. The ones being fought by our predecessors, like Nnamdi Azikiwe, without being naive. That is it. I will not blame them much, but they were naive. We learn from them. Are you hearing me? As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the principal critical job that should be done before independence wasn't done. That is impacting of knowledge. Education, which we are doing now. Are you hearing me? It will steer our brains into asking questions, questioning everything. He didn't say something. He said questioning everything. So that when Biafra comes with this mentality, you will question our politicians until they start shitting their pants. They will not know the time. They will just throw in the towel and say, I know they do again. I beg to serve these people no problem. If you drink Coke, they question you how you buy. Yes, you make politicians uncomfortable so that the population will be relaxed. Are you hearing me? That's it. That is it. Now, it is also, I'm defining genuine or true independence. It is the state of being able to do things for yourself and make your own decisions, not being influenced by any foreign force. It is also the freedom to make laws or decisions without being governed or controlled by another country, organization, etc. When you hear organization, religion is included. Religious organization is included because foreigners can use it. Are you hearing me? Foreigners can use it in order to influence your policy. Are you hearing? Do you see the reason why we are talking about going back to our roots? You cannot be able to do things by yourselves without understanding. Number one. And how does understanding come? Is it not through education? You understand. That is what we are doing. You cannot be able to do things by yourself without one understanding, believing, and trusting in yourself. Yes, we could do it. That is where we stand. And this is what we are upholding in this struggle. This is why self-discovery or self-realization is very, very important. This is why going back to our roots is highly necessary for genuine independence. Countries that have maintained their natural ways of life is today progressing and advancing in their own ways through the basis of their own mindsets. They are not influenced by foreign ideologies. No. That is why all these countries, I'm going to give just two examples of the countries. They fought this ideology at the onset to stand still because they know what ideologies can cause. They know why foreign ideologies can destroy a people, not individual, a people. Today, is it not what is happening to us? Is it not what is happening to us? When they say no, let us fight for our freedom. Say no, how can I fight? I have another better place to go. So if you have another better place to go, why do you care to fight? Why do you care to make this present place a better place? But we that don't have a better place to go, that is why we bring out our time, we sacrifice in order to fight for our future generations. That is how it should be. Are you hearing me? Do you see? When you have a better place to go, when you have a paradise that is built with different types of precious stones, everywhere is shining, and you are made in order to continue fantasizing about it, how will you now, concentrate in order to make this place we are a better place. Now you say no, no. You ain't want to make Bobby Kaya money quick. Do you see the mental brainwashing that is destroying us, swallowing us whole? Do you see that? Oh, that is what the stupidity we are trying to remove. Let me give examples of some of those countries that countries that have maintained their natural ways of life. Let me see. One is Japan. The example I gave, one is Japan. Let me go a bit detailed. Because we talk about Japan all the time. And we always say that we are Japan of Africa. Can you undergo what Japan underwent? It's not, talking is very cheap. I know I used to say it. But doing, reality is a different thing altogether. Practicality is a very huge different thing altogether. I hope my voice is coming out because all my equipments are okay. Let me see, let me check because I want humanity to be hearing my voice, please. I hope my voice is coming out. Let me see. Yes, my voice is coming out. Please, I don't need anybody calling now, please. I don't know why people will just pick phone and start calling. The lines are not yet opened. Now, and some people are complaining about the Bakiliki radio and I have forwarded the message to the appropriate quarters and they are looking into it. I don't know whether it's on now, Bakiliki or Baru, all those. I saw all those things, all your complaints, please. But we must move on, please. If you don't have access to FM, if it's not talking, try in order to get free to aid decoder. Please, try. Because we are live and direct on satellite. Also, we are live and direct on our IPOB community radio. We are, blowing hot there. You can be hearing us from all these places. Please, you have to, yes, thank you very much, Mazi. You have to make sacrifices sometimes. You can download our IPOB community radio. Also, if you have access to internet connectivity, on social media, we have many platforms through which you'll be hearing my voice as I'm talking live and direct. So we must continue, but do not forget that we are here live and direct. Today is the 10th day of February 2024. And the topic of our discussions today is genuine or true independence. Genuine or true independence. That is what we are talking about. Now, as I said, some of the examples of the countries that maintained their natural way of life. Some of those examples. One is Japan. Let me go a bit, just a bit detailed. In Japan, ancestor worship in Japan has a long and illustrious history and is firmly rooted in the traditional religions of Shintoism and Buddhism. This, together with the Japanese cosmology, has had a significant influence in ensuring that the rituals associated with ancestor worship are firmly entrenched in the religion and the culture of the Japanese people. Are you hearing me? The socio-cultural components of ancestor ritual have ensured that these practices are inextricably intertwined with Japanese identity and consciousness. To make your thing to become part of your consciousnness, you have won. Are you hearing me? Oh no, no kwado ihe m na-ekwu biko kweme nwada asị m na anyị na-aghọta. I don't know. Sometimes so Ojimi show them people are not ihe m na-ekwu. I'm telling you. I don't know. Once you are able to push down our thing, our way of life into the consciousness of our people, you know that you have scored excellence. Are you hearing me? That is what Japan did. It is now part of them. Their own thing is now part of them. It was a long fight. That thing you are saying, no, don't cause confusion in our land. Every good revolution starts with confusion, for goodness sake. I don't know, sometimes we Igbo, this modern life has engulfed us into thinking that we can eat our cake and have it. We can eat we will just stay here in our comfort zones without nothing. We just talk and not, talk it in and now Biafra will come and we will build it in who tell you that, for goodness sake? If that's the case, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have been in jail today. Are you hearing me? Oh, we want everything at the platter of roses. Check the whole world. The world that is progressing. The countries that are advancing today. Check their history. Study. Make researches. For goodness sake. Do not think that everything will come through the platter of roses. Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, don't talk this. You are trying to bring a problem. We are in a world of problem. Without the problem, there will be no peace. If you want peace, prepare for war. Are we in peace in Nigeria today? Are we in peace? Because of the way we behave. Our mentality is we want peace at all costs. I have preached here that peace should not be at all costs. Don't clamor for peace. Never. If you clamor for peace in any environment, you become the victim of that peace. That is what we have turned into. We Biafrans, we Igbos. Anything that peace, we are looking for peace. Go for trouble. When you go for trouble, we don't want his. Is it not Fulani herdsmen? Rampage on the rampage everywhere in Nigeria, kidnapping. Or do you do anything? Nigeria today, the whole foolish indigenous people from Sokoto down to Bayelsa, are they doing anything? Only crying. They are killing us here. They are inside our bush. Government, come and help us. They will say, okay, we will come. Who is the government? Is it not them? Because they don't want peace. Right from 1804 to date, calculate it, how many hundreds of years, how many centuries? You Igbo man that love a good life, can you do what they are doing? You that is complaining, they are on top of us. Why wouldn't they be on top of you? Since 1804 to today, they have not relented. If it's you, you will go to sleep, say everything is okay. In this world, nothing is okay. You continue. Anytime you relent, others will pass you. Others will be on top of you. That is how the world is being made. This world is double spinning. It is spinning on itself for hundreds of thousands of kilometers per hour. Now, going around the sun, also another spinning. At another, is it 71,000 kilometers per hour? And you're telling me that you are in peace in this world? Are you sensible at all, please? I want us to understand the type of world we are in. That is why you see, for America to continue being on top, they have to continue causing problems everywhere in the world for their interest. They have to, any day they slack, problem will come upon them. So they have to carry the problem, always be distributing everywhere. That is how the world is. It's better we understand the dynamics of this world instead of every time looking for peace. Peace at your own cost, like a chicken. Anything on a do for meeting, me, now no problem, I did. They go and the animals, they go and conclude that the chicken will be used for sacrifice. That is making peace. We are peaceful. Oh, we are a peaceful set of people. Before I thought it was a credit. Indeed, we were peaceful. Which kind of peaceful? Which kind of place? Are we really in peace? Anywhere you go, they discriminate against you, marginalize you. You can't do anything. You say, no, we are peaceful. You know this country now. Even right from childhood ka ebidoro brainwash why na ndị Hausa na-amakwa mma ha awụkwa ndị ọgba aghara ha awụkwa ndị ihe a continue putting us into a cowardice stage or cowardice state in life. We grow with it. If you see a new before that is why even only two Fulani boys will just ransack a whole with knife, ordinary knife, a whole market filled with tens of thousands of people in Igbo land. What do you call that? Is that peace? It's the high time we should remove this useless peace. Don't go for peace, please. If you too clamor too much for peace, you become the victim of that peace. That is the reality. Now, let me continue. Okay. In Japan, around the 13th to 15th August, what they call Obon, that is the Festival of Souls, is of, but I know that maybe people are listening to me from Japan, you can confirm, is of particular significance for the Japanese people, during which a variety of foods are offered to the spirits of ancestors and their repose is prayed for. People who have moved to the cities return home in these occasions. Are you hearing me? Now, Christian missionaries arrived in Japan with Francis Xavier and the Jesuits in the 1540s and briefly flourished with over 100,000 converts. Okay, just a few years ago in Japan in 1540s, they have over 100,000 converts, including many Japanese elites. Including many Japanese elites and ruling class. The Japanese ruling class and imperial government at first supported the Catholic mission and missionaries, thinking that they would reduce the power of the Buddhist monks and help trade with Spain and Portugal. Listen something there. Yeah, something I want to bring out there. Yes, Japan, they have Buddhist influence, but also, which is also a kind of how indigenous, because it's more old to them. Now, but that's their own thing also. Their monks also have excesses. The same way, religion is something you don't allow it to, even if it is like if we are talking, go back to our rules. You see people coming in the name of Dibia, doing all kinds of things. If you ask them, say we are going back. No, this is modern governments have to checkmate everything. Everything must be put under the foot of government for a country to survive and succeed and advance. Europeans did it. I have preached about it several times here. How France subdued France is a Catholic nation, Catholic country till today. But how they subdued their Catholic. Even Napoleon Bonaparte have to fall out with the Pope of Rome. They fought war. Are you hearing me? Because there is something in religion. There is an excess. It has excesses. If you continue pumping it, that excesses, the only thing to curb it is the government. And it is not always palatable. It brings war. When we talk about war, some people listening to me now, they say, hey, yes, you are right. That war. Are we not in war? Do you know that without war, there will be no peace? Are you hearing me? We must pass the natural process of that pass. It's a must. There is no way we can avoid it. It's a must. Whether we like it or not. Unless we want to live in abject slavery forever. Now, under borrowed peace. Are you hearing me? Slave trading, it started with war. Transatlantic slavery. It ended also with war. Because there were people that were benefiting. So, you need also war to stop it. That is how things are. Is the rule of this world. That is the game in this world. Are you hearing me? So that we are not aliens. We are human beings like others. What they pass through, we must pass it. That is it. Only that we try to limit the disaster. That is it. So, you see, Japanese, when they brought Christianity to them in the 15th century, early to middle 15th century, Within few years, many Japanese were converting with alacrity. Why? Even Japanese elites, ruling class, they want to also use this one in order to reduce the power of their own home monks. Everything, excess of everything is evil. It is only government that have to be in control. It is everywhere. You don't contend with government. A nation, you must build a fortified, very strong government in order to progress. When I talk about government, institutions that respects nobody, institutions that respect not strong people. I mean strong institutions. That is government, which is people, enlighten the people that that is capable of bringing down any person. Are you hearing me? Not like the Nigerian type, where police is serving police. Police is serving. They are not. They don't have. They don't pay allegiance to the country. Police is serving the Nigerian police is serving the politicians, serving the RBL and serving the politicians. Tell me how many police people, how many policemen and women are being assigned to protect politicians? That is number one. If any protest, any peaceful, call it a peaceful protest, they will order them to go and shoot their own people, their so-called their own fellow citizens. And policemen, they will obey. Military, they will bring them and start. Look at Lekki. They start shooting people like fake games. Is there you understand that the police and military forces in Nigeria are serving the serving Nigerian politicians. They are not serving the people. Because there are orders, normally, there are orders you give to police force. They'll tell you no. I could remember 2011 when in Tunisia, when the Arab Spring started there in 2011, January. The then president Ben Ali, he gave the order to his military and police to shoot the people, to shoot the populations outside. You know, they call him say, Mr. President, we are serving the people or not you. You cannot, because of you are interested, you and your family, we start killing our fellow citizens. It's impossible. You see them. They started mingling military. They are even they were mingling with the people, shouting. They tell the man that, look, what we are going to do for you. Do you know that? Just run away. If you don't run away within 24 hours, the population will come. If they catch you and your family, they tear you into pieces. We not kill them all. So the man saw that what these people now, he have to fly and run away to Saudi Arabia, where he died. He has died. Do you see a Republican army, a Republican police that is serving the people? Do you see that? But in the case of Nigeria, give order now, because it's the guy that is all he saw is the money. He can kill 1,000 people just to maintain his organ. His organ says so. They don't challenge or say, Oga, we are serving this country, we are serving the population. These are the population that are feeding us. But they believe that it is that politician that is feeding them. Do you see the mentality gap? Do you see it? That is the difference. So let me continue. In Japan, around 13 to 15 August, Obon, that is what they call it in Japanese. Obon, the festival of souls, is of particular significance for the Japanese people, during which a variety of foods are offered to the spirits of ancestors and their repose is prayed for. People who have moved to the cities return home on these occasions. Now, Christian missionaries arrived in Japan with Francis Xavier and the Jesuits in the 1540s and briefly flourished with over 100,000 converts, including many Japanese elites and ruling class. The Japanese ruling class and imperial government at first supported the Catholic mission and the missionaries, thinking that they would reduce the power of the Buddhist monks and help trade with Spain and Portugal. However, the government was also wary of colonialism, seeing that the Spanish has taken over has taken power in the Philippines after converting the population. Do you see? They have to, first of all, enter into your soul before colonizing you physically. Do you see that? And that is the way we are. What that same way we are molting. The same way they converted us before colonizing us. That is the same way we are also trying to decolonize our brain. That conversion, we reconvert ourselves now before taking over our physical land. Are you hearing me? That is the idea. That is what we are doing. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started on this hallowed platform. Not only shouting Biafra, Biafra, we have to first of all decolonize our mindset. When the Japanese, when they were supporting this, this will increase trade, it will make us, we become friends with them and trade with them. It will make us this and that. But after they saw, oh boy, look at Philippines. So these people, they have colonized them all after converting them. Why is that conversion very important to the colonizer? It's something you have to go and make it, crack your brain, go and make researches. Ask, why is it important for a colonizers to first of all ideologically convert you? There you start understanding that they bind us. How can I, you know? Even the Bible says, before you steal from a strong man, you have to bind him. They bound us. How can I mentally? We start hating our ancestors. We start blaming our ancestors for everything. Now they say, yes, it is now ripe. Let us do them anything we want. Because they are no more together. Because things has fallen apart. And the center can no more longer hold. But the Japanese, they were smart. They were at alert. They saw what happened, that the Spanish has taken power in the Philippines after converting the population. They didn't take power before converting them, because they know that if they colonize you without converting you, all they will give you is problem. Even it will make you hate them. It will make you, they can no more convert you ideologically, because you will physically hate them. Anything they bring, you say no, you are deceiving. But they first of all rega. They first of all come in like snake. Tell you, this your thing you are worshiping here, it's not good, it's evil. We have the son of God in our land. He's born in our land, but he died for you. So believe. Once they soften your heart, they make sure that they have captured you mentally, ideologically. Now they take power. Is it not what Fulani is doing today? Why are you shouting about Islamization? You know what? Why don't they come direct and start ruling you? No. They have to soften you first by converting you through gifts of money, through Islamic bank, lending you money without interest. You say, nah, you go and bring others, other Igbo people. Nah, come on, it's good though. As they do, they give you condition that you must be praying. You must convert and start answering Haruna. You must this and that. You say no, your eye. They know that your eye is on money, your business. Now, once they capture you, they capture us. Why? It's the same colonialism. That is system of colonialism. They will not come start ruling you without capturing your mindset, without capturing you ideologically, without converting you. Otherwise, you will understand. But they first of all Islamize you. Once they Islamize you, now they start teaching you that you have to be obedient to your emir. They will quote for you Quran. It is said like this. The hadith of Haruna said it. So you have to obey. So as a Muslim, you are Muslims now, you are under them. Do you see that? I'm just giving you an example of how the Europeans also did to us. They first of all have to Christianize us. Once they did that, now you start going to block rosary. You start singing, you start going to confession. Start saying that you have another place in heaven, that if you believe this and that, they know that the time is ripe. Now they be on top of you. They are your masters, giving you command. Before you know, they establish what they see. They will tell you, this your chief is evil. It's not a believer, it's an unbeliever. It is you now that you are going to make work easy for them. You will now rise up and kill your chief and kill your king, as the Hausas did when the Fulani touched them. When not one Fulani, Ottoman Danfodio started preaching to them that their king is King Yusfa, King Yunfa, a very good man. But he turned the Hausa people using religion. Not only him. Now the Hausas now became, tools, weapons in the hands of the Fulani man, a stranger, because he converted them. They started fighting against their chief. Say, our Quran say, you don't have to either be a Muslim or you are not. You don't. They started finding fault with their own, calling him unbeliever. Do you see the worst thing you can do? Siding stranger now against your own people. Do you see it? Do you see it? That is how they get you. That is how they get us. That is how they do. Once they get you, they come, oh, they are missionary, oh, you believe in. Do you remember the other time about either November or December, I read the news here about one Spanish lady, a sister, reverend sister, that was deported from India. He has stayed in India doing, helping the poor. Because that is how they do. Helping the poor for 50 years. India never give him paper, permanent paper. They always, because they know these are wise countries. In our own, we are very emotional. They know that we are completely emotional set of people. That's why some of us die. Some of our people died watching only football. Highly emotional. Now, if it's our people, they say, no, this woman is a good woman. No, hey, no. Instead of removing him, you have to kill us. Don't you see Nine Wood? Instead of killing Fulani, come and kill me. To touch any Fulani, they know your weak point. They know it. But India, they are smart, very wise people. Are you understanding me? They know that all these things is helping the poor, going into villages, dashing people water, dashing them banana, helping the sick. Okay, you are doing nice, but we know what you are doing, because it's creating a different ideology, giving them chaplets, telling them that there is one God that born child in their land. If you believe in Him, people that we are Buddhists, now they start teaching them how to recite a catechism. India government said, nah, this one, when his paper finished, I think 2023 last year, he came to collect, renew the paper. They say they put her into plane and fly her. They say the damage you want to cause in our land is more than this thing you are doing is just a mask. You are masking yourself. We know, we are wise. We are not Africans that you see, just that granite you are giving them, crumb you are giving them, and everybody continues sleeping. Oh, he's a good person. They don't know what lies in that goodness. That is why we are the wretched. Africans are the wretched of the edge. Whether you like, if you want to be a billionaire, the same thing. You are the wretched of the edge. Anywhere, that is it. Disrespected, because they know your weak point. Our weak point, that thing you will see. We don't read any meaning. We are just seeing, oh, he's doing good, oh, he's happy. We don't see anything behind it. And that is why we are captured, how we are captured. They transform Hausas to fight against Hausas. And today, all of them are simply in the hands of the Fulani. Today, controlling them. Do you see how it works? That is how the Europeans did. That is how they behave. Now, let me continue. What I'm doing is I'm bringing out the historical fact for your information. For people that will think that I'm attacking a religion. No. These are historical facts. So we don't shy away from history here. This is not like the zoo where history is banned. So that when the lines are open, you can ask questions or you can make your point. If it comes to debate, we do it. But be ready to do it in a civilized manner. That is the thing. I don't care if you have a opposing view. I welcome it, honestly speaking. But let us debate in order to learn, not to talk with emotion. No, 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 no. And my personal encounter. No, I believe what I believe. Day what day you are there, day my day. People that say day you are there, day my day. If it is like that, who brought problem in our land? The Europeans, did they have any right to even bring their religion and start of imposing, forcing? Oh, it's now you say day my day. Oh, 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 oh. So you know it. But they come and start castigating, forcing us to live our old ways, castigating our whatever we are doing in our land. Now, when we now open eye and start talking about it, say, no, no, no. Mazi Jonathan, leave us, let us do our day. But them, ndị a kere anyị agụụ ịgwakwaghị eziokwu. Ụzọ adịkwa ha mana ụzọ ga-adị. Honestly speaking. Let me continue. It soon met, that is in Japan, it soon met resistance from the highest office holders of Japan. Emperor Ogimachi issued edicts to ban Catholicism in 1565 and 1568, but to little effect. Now, beginning in 1587, with Imperial Regent Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Toyotomi Hideyoshi's ban on Jesuit missionaries, Christianity was repressed as a threat to national unity. Yeah, do you hear it? It was repressed. It was declared a threat to national unity. Do you know what it means to declare something a threat to national unity? And I hunt her down anywhere. You don't know. To build a nation, you think it's with emotion, with this your childish, flimsy emotion. Do you think you can build a nation like that? You have to be strong. Because you are not calculating only now, you are calculating in the future, the result in the future. But this minds of happen on the hey, Makachuku, no, do you think you can build a nation with that? Do you think? You say this man declared, Christianity. He declared in Japan. It's historical. It's there. It's not me saying it. Christianity was repressed as a threat to national unity. The Japanese view was that Christians were persecuted and executed for being more loyal to Jesus than to their government. This is in historical. It's not me saying it. It's in historical. It happened also in France. When they declared their own, they repressed Catholicism. They repressed Christianity. In France, you are living today. Mazi Emmanuel, maybe you are hearing my voice. You are in France. When you are saying, no, the way they are going to church here is not the same as that way. Did you do what they did there in Europe, in France? Can you do it in your land? When you have to bring religion, repress it and bring it down. Now the government will sit on top of it. I said in France, in one day during the Napoleon Revolution, only one day, 200 and something bishops, reverend fathers and bishops were massacred in the state of France without pity. Those that they said no, they bring chapel, no, you are doing against. They said, come on, they cut off their necks. They say we are in this world. It is we that we order in this world, not you. We don't have any other spirit that will come and do anything for us. It is we that we build it the way we want. Today they are clapping, thanking Napoleon for doing that. You understand? They killed thousands of bishops and priests in France. In order to, they say, if you want to operate as a church, come and sign. Government will be paying you. Now government will be directing you the way you'll be preaching in your church. Not everybody you come, God call me, like in our land. Oh, God call me, anything you start talking. Oh, it's Satan. It's Satan that is doing this. You are causing problems and divisions in our families in Igbo land. And we see this evil, we don't act. We continue playing hypocrisy about it. No, don't talk about touch not my anointed. Who is your anointed? For goodness sake. It's our land, okay? Anything that happens, tomorrow is church. Go every time. He said, your mother, your father, that is the problem. Your parents, that bear you in the stomach. Your mother, they will tell you that your problem is from your mother. Why you cannot conceive? Oh, your mother is a witch. Oh, this and is rubbish. Rubbish, destroying our people for nothing, causing problems everywhere in our individual families. Talk truth, you that is hearing me. Do you have peace in your family? Is it not because of religion? Is it not because of that? Oh, Japan, they declared them enemy of the state, a threat to national security, and they repressed them. They repressed that religion for 250 years. You know that? Because they say these people are more loyal to Jesus than to the government. You have, in order to build a vibrant government, a vibrant country, everybody must be loyal to the government. It's not the politicians are government too. To our collective cause, that is what it means. Any person that goes down, don't you see the other time? Shinzo Abe was shot, former Japanese prime minister, was shot and killed by one person. That is how, any place that you see the politician in the streets of London, how many MPs were killed? The other time, is it not, how many years back? Is it not one person was stabbed or killed? One MP, member of parliament, by ordinary citizen. That is how it's supposed to be. You keep the people in their toes. You keep politicians in their toes in order to have peace. Otherwise, you are not having no peace. The politicians will be relaxed and doing anything they want, as they are doing in Nigeria. Do you see that? So we must continue. Let me continue, please. Now, according to statistics, nearly 90% of Japanese observe the custom of annual visits to ancestral graves. 90%, nearly 90% of Japanese, according to statistics. It's not meant by me. It's normal statistics. 90% of Japanese observe the custom of annual visits to ancestral graves, and 75% have either a Buddhist or Shinto altar in their homes. Is it not the same way in our own custom? Every family head used to have an Ikenga in the family. Every Igbo family, normally. But they come, they say, no, this is evil. They burn it, they cast it. And today, I know Japan, they maintain their roots. Are they not progressing? Are they writing English? The answer is no. Are you not the work there? Factories there are more numerous than the population. But you that is calling one spirit is devil, is this and that is causing your problem. Are you not brainwashed? You should be. I want to steer you into positive indignation. You understand? So that you be annoyed positively to the way things are, to the way they have manipulated us. Japan today is progressing, isn't it? Japan today is progressing, advancing, one of the most developed countries of the world. Are you hearing me? That is how it is. That is how it is. Now, let me continue a bit about Japan, please. Let me continue a bit about Japan. Now, the logical question which arises is, why is it that in spite of such a long history of numerous missionaries, has Christianity not been able to secure a stronger foothold in Japan? Are you hearing me? And the answer is this, that Japan is face a fundamental clash with the indigenous religiosity and values. Somebody is calling me, disturbing me, please. Well, we must continue. Now, I say the logical question which arises is, why is it that in spite of such a long history of numerous missionaries, has Christianity not been able to secure a stronger foothold in Japan? Now, in an attempt to provide the explanation, missionaries in Japan faced a fundamental clash with the indigenous religiosity and the values of the Japanese nation. More pertinently, the beliefs and practices concerning ancestors and spirits of the dead. Do you see that? Because foreign religion, when they come to your land, they go direct to your backbone. They will identify your backbone. The same way they identified the source of power, what they think is the source of power of Ekumeku warriors in our land. When they do you know what is fighting war against British onslaughts for 31 years? You know, if Anekuya like this or Ebrozo Onions on Aga for the Bukunko. Look at ordinary this fight. We are not in a serious war, direct war, more than this and that war. But many people have backslidden. Ekumeku stayed on for 31 years. Britain identified that, oh, there is a longitude that is helping them. To inside the bush, they can run like leopard without being tired. They can change into anything. Now they say, it's Ekwensu. Now bring, we will demonize that Ekwensu, that their deity. And we will make them to hate it. You see, you know, the same system they are using today. I think in 1997, during a meeting somewhere, direct meeting, I read this thing somewhere in one magazine. The then Prime Minister, Tony Blair, cornered Robert Mugabe and told him to stop what he's doing against the white farmers. This man told him that, look, but you are the person that sabotaged our agreement. These people, I don't want to touch anybody but there is something you have to be paying. They have to be also banking the money in Zimbabwe to help our economy. But they bring everything down to Europe, to England, banking money, everything. So our agreement we made, you sabotage it. Tony Blair laughed at him and said, look, I will make you become enemy of your own people. They are the people that will turn around against you because of the way I will close the tap. I will make the world close the tap on you, and your people will rise. That is the way they do. Do you see? Even in our own deities, they identify the main deity that they believe that is giving us power, our Ikumeku warriors power. Now they say, okay, okay, we make these people to hate him, hate that thing, that their source of power, that their source of pride. That is why Bishop Shanahan, in translation of the Bible, he said, no, a devil, which they bring, we didn't know what is devil before. Our in Igbo cosmology, in Igbo pantheon, we didn't have devil. Is Oyibo ndị ajọ mmụọ burukwa ajọ mmụọ bata sekwazie na ọwa anyị nwa wụzi ajọ mmụọ. Do you see how they work? Do you see? They say, that demon they are, it is Ekwensu. And they started nailing all these things into our brain, putting it in their Igbo translation of Bible. And today, on our is everywhere. I will become barren. And where's it here? No, I know nothing. Because they turned us against our things, our source of powers, our everything. But our ancestors. My ancestors, they killing the twins. In us, okay, how are we going to reverse this thing in the brains of our people? It's not easy. Sometimes it's frustrating. Just like you go outside, start talking against your parents outside. Talking even if they are secret, you start to open. Are you a good child for goodness sake? Are you? Your parents, they will be proud of you. Just tell me. No, they will not. Okay. Now, as discussed, okay, we know that this is not unique in Japan. Missionaries in Korea and Africa have had to grapple with basically the same problem. In all these countries, ancestor worship constituted a significant barrier to the church's mission. Are you hearing it now? Where the churches go, they will attack your way of living. It's their method. It's not about hell or this and that. All these are nonsense. They know what they are doing in order to weaken you. Japan, no, no. This thing, no. You to turn us against our thing. No. Look at our somebody was writing, he said, no, spiritual something, it doesn't have a facts and figures. And I replied, I said, but in this world we are in our physical world, is governed by facts and figures, not spirit. How many country is progressing through spiritually? How many countries is progressing spiritually? Their people are living fine. They say, oh, is spirituality that is guiding them. Tell me, it is facts and figures. It is binaries and decimals. It is mathematics and physics and chemistry, alchemy. It is all these things that are progressing countries, for goodness sake. Not the people that can pray. Is Nigeria not ranked the second most prayer warriors of the world? Look at countries that pray. They are rubbish, messed up countries. Look at them. But look at the countries that they don't care about. Or the only thing, they hold their own thing. Look at how progressive they are. So it is high time we become knowledgeable. Now let me rush in. Today, the Constitution of Japan flatly states that the Japanese states and its organs shall refrain from religious education or any other religious activity. That is, in Japan, if you are teaching your child, your own child, that, oh, Jesus died for you, or you pray for Jesus. If he reports you, you will go to jail. They will take that child away from you. Do you know that? Because they say you cannot teach a child what you cannot prove. As somebody said that religion is not about facts and figures, and it's true. Because that is, religion is just opposite of common sense. I concord with it. It's opposite of common sense. No common sense. Now you enter religion. You become religious. You cannot go to religion with common sense. Otherwise, it cannot work. Because there are many unanswered questions. That's why when our people, look at our people, just look at a religious person. He don't have no argument. If you talk here, I tell you, say, a book of Chronicles, say, that is only his defense. So. Tell him let us talk something factual. No. But Paul say in the book of, do you have evidence even of Paul's existence? It's a question. Do you have any evidence of Paul's existence? Talk less of what he said. Is it applicable that time even? If you say 2,000, 3,000 years ago, is it applicable to today's living? Ye people that this time we are living, is it the same thing? Slaves, obey your master. Why are you not a buying slave, or you not a slave to somebody to obey him? But it's written. Now, another example is China. I mean, countries that maintain their own thing and they are progressing. And most of the things you are using come from them. Are you hearing me? After Japan is China. In the Chinese traditions, the living descendants pay respect and homage to all ancestors, including same age or younger generations of ancestors. It is a day to remember and honor one's ancestors at grave sites by sweeping the tombs and offering food, tea, wine, chalk pits to eat the food with and by praying. To eat the food with and by praying. I think they are in their new year now, China, even South Korea. They are in their Chinese New Year festival, Dragon Year, Year of the Wood. That is their thing. That is their thing. We need to revive our own thing. I need revive a more line now. That is, it becomes happy. Energy continues. Do you know that? That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said. You know that? Now, the Qingming Festival or Qingming Festival, also known as Tomb Sweeping Day in English. Are you hearing me? Is a traditional Chinese festival observed by ethnic Chinese in mainland China, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, Cambodia, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam. All these places are where you will have, tribal Chinese, ethnic Chinese in all these other countries. The same way you have Biafrans even in Cameroon. The same, many other to Equatorial Guinea. That is it. People that have conquered and organized themselves together. It doesn't matter the country they are, they continue honoring their tradition. Do you see their secrets of advancement? That is how it is. But in our own, we are brainwashed to throw our own thing. Do you see it? That is the evil. When you talk, some people say, no, leave day my day. But you are the person that came and condemned to the extent of burning our cultural heritage. You have several times, Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, at that time. Oneti, and they are burning, they burnt Ikoro in Enugu. And you are laughing. That time, no day you are there, and I day my day, Abi. Now it's day you are there, I day my day. One day, and the amamihe. Well, okay, amamihe. But where are you? Amamihe, where are you? Where you reach you? Fulani Jishia Apotomankasa. Look at football tomorrow. Oh, Ndibo. And entertainers. Anybody you can have crumb. No talk or anything you are entertainers. When it comes to real thing, governance, everything, Igbo man of Rosier, okay, Nkaku. But when it comes to entertaining, they bring you, oh yeah, come and entertain us. The same way they bring slaves to entertain white people in the Americas that time. Is it not the same thing? Are you happy? Let me continue, please. A celebration of spring. It falls on the first day of 5th solar term, also called Qingming, of the traditional Chinese lunisolar calendar. It makes it the 15th day after the spring equinox, either 4, 5, or 6 April in a given year. During Qingming, Chinese families visit the tombs of their ancestors to clean the grave sites and make ritual offerings to their ancestors. The holiday recognizes the traditional reverence of one's ancestors in Chinese culture. Are you hearing it? Today, is it not China you are going to buy goods, everything? Is it not Chinese that you are borrowing money today? But when let us behave like them, liberate ourselves both mentally. We say, no, wow, this one. Now you want to continue being slave forever. Are you hearing me? Because they see you as people that are manipulable, people that are conquerable, people that can be easily turned around in order to hit their thing. That is why even Fulani is making inroad. Is it not? The indigenous people in Nigeria, I say they are the most foolish set of people in the whole world. Because the Fulani, they saw that they have problems everywhere. You see the last broadcast, Mazi Chinedu said it. Fulani, in Mali, the Dogon tribe of Mali, they tried them. The Dogon tribe say, oh boy, we not be all these foolish indigenous people in Nigeria. There is all this their traditional thing. Also. They are more radical more than the Fulani. That's why the former regime, Nigerian regime, Buhari, made it a policy in order to bring Fulanis from all these places, because the Sahelians, if you want, you die tomorrow. They say today, which kind of peace? They say, oh, that tomorrow you want to, no, let us die today. It's only in our land that, oh, hey, let us peace. Hey. See, they are chopping, they are destroying my farm. Oh. Now, I beg, don't come. Don't talk. Oh. They kill you. Yeah, we see our character. Cowards. because of they have removed our soul. What is that, our soul? Our way of life. Our originality is gone. You know, no fake. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Kugiroku one day saying, nah, I have to close this program because there are no men again. There are no men in Igbo land, in Biafra land. There are no men. They have turned us into cowards. But we are trying to revive the bones in order for us to take back our originality. Let me continue before I open the lines, please. Let me continue. Family is viewed in China as a closely united group of living and dead relatives. Ancestor worship is a religious practice based on the belief that the deceased family members have a continued existence, that the spirits of deceased ancestors will look after the family, take an interest in the affairs of the world, and possess the ability to influence the fortune of the living. That is their own, is their originality. Their belief system started right from time immemorial, BC, thousands of years BC. If you study much more, I am just bringing all these little details for you to understand that this thing they brainwash you into, it is not your thing. Let us go back to our thing, so that we will have this bond, this family bond, this blood bond, that the Europeans came and thwarted using their religion. That is what I'm saying. And that is my point. Unity of the group is reinforced through ancestor veneration, offering of various kinds of help to keep the ancestors happy in the spiritual world, who in turn will bless the family. Ancestor worshipping is not asking for favors, but to fulfill one's filial duties, that is, family duties. The act is a way of respect, honor, and look after ancestors in their afterlives, guaranteeing the ancestors' well-being and positive disposition towards the living, as well as possible seeking the ancestors' wisdom, guidance, or assistance for their descendants. One has to pay respect and homage to the ancestors, honor the deeds and the memories of the deceased, since the ancestors are the ones having brought the descendants into the world, nourished them, and having prepared the conditions under which the descendants grew up. Hence, ancestor veneration is a payback of spiritual debts. Are you hearing it? That is their belief. That is their thing, their originality. It doesn't matter what the Europeans brought, they rejected it. They say, this is our own way. And are they progressing? The answer is yes. Is it not there you are buying goods for everything? China is the largest economy now. Since how many years? Before it was America, now it's China. And they are moving ahead. But they don't think of heaven, do they? Like you. They do their own thing. If a missionary, any church or any Islam, any come and condemn, they say a lie. This is our own originality. And they are progressing through it. Are they writing English? The answer is no. They maintain the originality. In our own all is okay. You understand? Because we will continue exposing history. We learn from history. Being an important aspect of the Chinese culture, the social or non-religious function of ancestor worship is to cultivate kinship or kinship values like filial piety, family loyalty, and continuity of family lineage. All these things in our land has been broken by the European religion in our land. We are a brother, we see his own brother and call him unbeliever. It don't have anything to do with him. Does it not touch you as a human being? How can you look at your brother and call him infidel? You go to Obakom and say, no, do you see how they come? They divided us into piecemeals so that they can swallow us. Therefore, ancestor worship had an enormous influence on the development of the most basic and lasting principles of Chinese culture. In our own, the European colonizers used their religion to demonize, dismantle, and destroy our original mindset, capabilities, and self-worth, making us hate our roots, thereby losing confidence in ourselves. The Kumeku warriors were able to resist the invading Britain for 31 years because they wanted to protect our natural way of life, our natural independence, our culture and the tradition. Genuine independence starts from mental liberation. That is what I used to say always. If we overlook or skip this mental colonization and continue fighting for only flag independence, we might have a physical country that is still being controlled by foreigners and their destructive ideologies, which will lead to a mess up, stagnant country which our colonizers always want us to be. Remember, Africa never fought religious wars until the arrival of the foreign religion in Africa. That is Islam and Christianity, and that is a historical fact. Before the advent of Islam and Christianity, African, we have tribal wars, but it's not about religion. Never. You know, I'll be saying it here. Some people think it's a fact, it's a historical fact. It's when the foreigners start coming, bringing their religion, that now fight, religious fight started coming. You see that. The conflict between church and state was in many ways a uniquely Western phenomenon, originating in late antiquity. That is from 3rd to 7th and 8th centuries, common era. It is high time for us to continue pushing on for our genuine and or true independence. That is what we need. This is where I'm going to stop. I rushed it, honestly speaking, because there are many things to say anyway, but I rushed it. But I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I will be right back. Do not go away. I will be right back.
We are here to get Biafra, yes. I don't want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died, that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. It's a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they were looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective, conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives. And the answer is no, you can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it? If you want that piece of land to be developed, you need to think in a particular way, not necessarily with the way the Caucasian does it. That is what we are doing, so that the legacy of Biafra will last, that Biafrans will not condone anybody. You will judge any fool who is in office and stealing money. They say don't judge anybody. So somebody can be a governor and steal people's salary and run away. Well, don't judge him as he's stealing your money. You come and say, oh, Gabet, what are you doing? You say, oh, don't judge me, that you will not be judged. It's in the book. It's just like a pastor telling you about tithe. I'll touch not my anointing. You are a criminal fake pastor. They are coming to arrest you. You say, oh, touch not my anointing. We want Biafra to be different. That is why we educate you. We impart knowledge the way we do. So you'll be able to hold your public officers to account. Nobody can come and bring any wishy-washy, superstitious mumbo jumbo. Tell you, oh, don't touch this. Nonsense. Everything is questionable. Everything I say. Question everything. That is how you keep your public servants on their toes all the time. To do what you want. After all, the country belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. Power belongs to the people, and in this Biafra we are building, genuinely, power will belong to the people. How do you make them hold on to that power and discharge your responsibilities? By educating them, and that's what we're doing now. So sometimes it appears as if we are digressing, oh, we are going towards religion. It is for a purpose. We know what we are doing. It is for a purpose. Or else you end up dumb. You won't know what they're doing. We don't want that rubbish. That's why we do things the way we do. After all, the basis of your ignorance as a black person is religion. Religion is why black Africans are dumb. By the time you come away from this bondage, my goodness, that is why we are the way we are. We are fast forwarding everything to make it quick, so that when we get Biafra, you won't mess it up. All of you with your general overseer, if you're in the Biafra army, telling me I should leave Yoruba pastors alone. If you know Yorubas don't want Biafra, is that correct? Yes, this man said, Kumiji said he is praying for the zoo not to break up. Yes? And we're fighting for the zoo to break up. Now, if this pastor of yours, because as you're going now, you give your mom your phone number or your dad. Your dad goes to Yoruba church. They ask you that, oh, where is your son? My son is fighting with the army of Biafra. The pastor can say, give me his number. I want to call him. Yoruba will call your son at the battlefront. If your son did not receive this education now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand why we are doing what we are doing? We want to undermine everywhere the devil will come from. Plugging all the holes that the devil will come from.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 10th day of February 2024, being Saturday. Therefore, our lines are now open. Remember, we are talking on genuine or true independence, which we are looking for. Not only flag independence, please. We don't want to make the mistake of the past people, please. You can call in. Let me tell you, here we are not, this is not personal. We have the right to educate ourselves. You heard it from Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu. We have the right to learn so that we not continue being foolish. So that we arm ourselves with knowledge. So, even if you have opposing arguments, please do not hesitate to call in. The only thing is this: be ready to defend your view, but in a civilized manner. We are not fighting, we are not quarreling. Please, we are heading towards one direction. I can learn from you, you can learn from me. The audience can also learn from all of us. That is it. So please, do not be emotional. That is my own. I have killed, my emotion is dead since a long time. So I don't do anything again based on emotion. Please. That is it. When it comes to this struggle, we view it with, reality check, facts and figures, how it is. You turn everything round. You judge it 360 degrees, not only one-sided, so that we can learn symbiotically. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line is as usual +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142547. I repeat, +61 405 142547. You can call us now and give us your view, but remember our topic so that you don't digress. We are not dealing with emotions here, please. We are dealing with facts and figures, historical facts, so that we can learn from each other. Because the Biafra we are heading to is not like the flag independence of Nigeria. Are you hearing me? It's not like the flag independence being negotiated by, Azikiwe and others. Please. What we are doing is real business. I don't know. Caller on Mazi Carlo, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much, Mazi Jonathan.
There, welcome.
My name remains Mazi Carlo Agu, an IPOB member. I'm calling from Malaysia. Based on the topic that you have been treating today and mentioning Malaysia, it draws my interest and attention. And that is why I decided to call in to make my contribution towards the topic of discourse. You know, we are here in Malaysia and we are on public holiday, which is the Chinese New Year, as you pointed out on this program. Last week we had the Chinese New Year marathon, which I participated in because my family, my son's mother is Chinese, and all these things that you just said is just exactly the truth. Like from yesterday, my wife, they have been cooking, which they will take to the grave of their parents, of their ancestors, of their family member that have died. They pray. Now, today and tomorrow is the continuation of the ceremony. And I use it to juxtapose to our own tradition from where myself, I was born, Kanu or Hofia. We have our own tradition, which is also like this. Even this, my family here, when I go to my in-laws' place, they have shrines in their rooms. Inside their room, they will put candle there every day. Every morning.
Imagine that you will continue like this, for example, in our own house. Imagine it's in our own land. Somebody come and see a shrine in your room. It will
Exactly.
it will not go now.
Exactly. And this thing I'm telling,
and this is our
this thing I'm
tradition.
saying,
Oh,
yes, this thing I'm telling you is not just one family. It's not just one family. All Chinese. Like as I'm talking to you now, if I look through the window, you will see shrines in front of buildings. Chinese shrines. Every early morning when they want to go to work, before they enter into their car, they will go and light candle there. They speak after they enter their car and go to their work. Now, bringing it down to our place where I grew up, we have what we call Mfijoko. In our place, I grew from Kanu or Hofia. We have this Mfijoko, whereby before the planting of yam, we go there as in the Zeji. We go there and make rituals. We don't kill people. We also call on our ancestors, those who have carried on with the yam activities, those who discovered it, because these things they have meaning. Maybe those are the people that tasted the yam and they know that it didn't kill before people started eating it. Now they become the ACAG. We perform all these things. There is this infijoko, which is just like the Chinese own what they are doing. It is the same thing in our place, but we abandon it. I remember when I was very, very young, I used
Mazi,
to follow my
Oyibo, they cajoled us, convince us that this is evil. Mazi, how can somebody come to your house and tell you that this your house, all you are doing, even the clothes, everything you are doing there is evil, and we
is
carried
very
it. Mazi, ndị a nọ n'anya akpụrụ ka o. I am telling you.
that how very bad, and we continue to dabble into it, into that ignorance. You know, in our place, I'm telling you, we have what we call agugwa. Agugwa. After the planting of yam, before the new yam festival, there are things that our people do. It's just like this thing that these Chinese people are doing. It is the time we cook food, we carry it, go to our ancestors' grave. We eat before we make the ceremony of the own festival, which is July, August, before the New Yam festival. These are the things that is just like the same thing that the Chinese are doing, and they are progressing, which is their originality. But in our own place, when we say let us go back to our originality, some people they think that it is going to Dibia or to this Dibia. They are all fraudsters. They are criminals. Our originality is not that Dibia or those things. You remember when we used to have communal assistance, whereby communities will come together and they raise one person or two who are brilliant in the community. They train them to university, even to abroad, to come and serve for the community. We used to do it. Even in communities, in farming season, you see people coming together in
No more
communal
bond,
union
Mazi.
to
No
go
more. How can you come when how can you come together when this one say I'm Mama Jehovah? I don't have nothing in common with you.
exactly.
The other one say I'm Jesus.
Exactly. That is the
The other
thing.
one say tell
That
our
is
people
what
now.
our people have.
Oh, Mazi, please go on. Please let me not interrupt you.
Our people supposed to understand that this is what we mean by going back to our roots. Not that we are going to do or Ewanshi. It is to go to the way that we, because our forefathers, they know that without collective interest, collective action, we cannot progress, we cannot go anywhere. People used to come together, they go to farm for one person. The next time they come together again, they go to another person until they go eat round communally. At the end, you see that they achieve a lot of things. You know, Mazi, when people say our problem is religion, some people they think it is Christianity or Muslim. It is not Christianity or Muslim. It is generally religion, which is superstition. That is what it is. Generally, it is like superstition. It includes Christianity. It includes Islam. It includes Dibia, tradition, and Doshi. It includes all of them. Our originality is that truth. That truth. Live and let live. And on also that collectivism. If we will be able to re-energize ourselves and they have a collective goal to pursue, which is this Biafra. That is why everybody is supposed to queue into this agitation for freedom. Freedom is not easy. Freedom is not something of joke. Freedom is not to eat bread. Look at how everybody is suffering in Nigeria. Look at it. They will just use football to tune them again. They are happy. Go everywhere and say them saying proud Nigerian, but everything is devastated already. Mazi, thank you so much. Let me drop it here.
There were Mazi. That's it. when you talk about our own distance, people laugh. Oh, you want us to go back and start living inside bush? But look at Chinese that are number one in technology or one of the best in technology, which you are buying everything. They have all these things. They don't. They cherish their their thing, their originality. When everywhere, in connectivity with their own thing. They never allow foreigners to come and deceive them, convince them that what you are doing is evil. Who are you? Are you the owner of this world? Who are you to come and tell me that what I'm doing is bad? No, no tradition or culture is perfect. If you see anything that is bad, you can learn from my culture. I can learn from yours. I refine my own. That is how the world is. I'm telling you. Area without change. Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Please go on.
Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Because I want to find out actually whether this electronic voting is still going on. I'm Honorable Ugochukwu Ojumobi from
Mazi, please. That thing is fake. They want to use, our people, once they hear anything about Biafra, some genuinely makaiga. Please, there is nothing like voting, electronic voting. They want to take your data and give it to the Nigerian government, please. If there is any voting or referendum, it is on ground, not electronically. Why our people? Why don't we? Please, Mazi, tell people around you, don't fall victim of this. Please. We are fighting for referendum. Don't you see how South Sudan conducted their referendum? It's physical something in the land, not on electronics, on a computer, on the internet. Mazi, please. There.
I've even done that myself. Somebody sent me the link from
Mazi, not everything you know. Here we preach common sense. Mazi, how can we vote? Did you hear it on Radio Biafra? That is that is how our people fall victim of everything. In Makaiga, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say anything you don't hear on Radio Biafra, please, Amakaigana, ask a question before you do. That is how many of our people fall into propaganda. They'll just send you something on WhatsApp, a Makaiga, boom, no, it's your hey, because Edre Biafra. Hell, Mazi, please, don't do that.
Mazi Simon Ekpa, or I hope he's working for Biafra restoration.
Mazi, are you? Mazi, please.
Hello, sir.
Mazi, kebe no wopanya which kind of world ke no? Which planet ke no? Because before I make a mistake, even you cannot go from planet Mars, I don't know, or Jupiter. Do you listen to Radio Biafra? In Radio Biafra. He said?
Hello.
Yes. He said? Okay. Be listening to.
Hello.
Yes. Information is power.
Hello.
Information is power. That is why listening ntebonka. The question you are asking is just it's just like somebody that is living in another planet. Please. Onye is an agent, is a Nigerian government agent, please. Is just there to gather your information and use it for criminal purposes. Do not enter anything in now Radio Biafra because know that is not truth. It doesn't matter. This WhatsApp. If you can have access to WhatsApp, you say you just downloaded the Radio Biafra, IPOB community radio, but you are using WhatsApp. That's why when you get because you have a time to listen to WhatsApp because WhatsApp is full of gossip and propaganda. Please, before you do anything, ask Radio Biafra. Na onye ese kuria na Radio Biafra. Onye osige ha hapụga Radio Biafra mara that ndị a ụmụ ajọ mmụọ no ndị agent ka ha wụ. Ịghọtara? Ndewo.
Because that's my job, omekwanụ mba ọzọ agbaga ibleki sọ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụtara n'aka
A kindergarten student na-agara aji on Radio Biafra. When him ga-akọrọ gị na a na-ada ekwu na Radio Biafra, ihe ị ga-eme brush ya onwe gị na Radio Biafra, ị na-ege Radio Biafra. Nọ ihe m na-agwa gị. Ihe niile a na-ekwu ya every day na Radio Biafra. Ebe itinyere download go IPOB community radio. Udo dị na-egezi ya all the time. Ị ga na-aghọta ihe na-eme. Ị ga na-ege ya, ị na-ege ndị asị ka onye kpọọ gị na fon ọsị gị asịkwa asị. Ịma Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si ụmụ nwoke ndị Igbo wụ ndị na-agba egwuchi. Onye na-ekweta na o tinye na WhatsApp o tinye lee ihe na-emele onye ọnwụ na
okwu ndị ọzọ sotinyekwe ka a mara nke anyị na-efolo na omebe situation on ground because ihe na ebe a na-ekpe ekpere na-ayọ Chineke ka a tọhapụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Omee plans
a na-agba mbọ all every time. Mbọ na-aga mana ka otu m ga-esi na-akọrọ gị ihe niile na-eme na-ege Radio Biafra. Onye m sị gị ị ga na-ege Radio Biafra, ị ga-anụ ihe niile dị ya. Even a na-eplay ma ihe Maazị Chinasa Nworu kwuru since 2 or 3 days back. Ị na-ege ị na-aghọtazi ihe na-eme. Ọ ihe m ga-abịa kọwara gị ihe niile na kwe na-aghọta mana ekwena ka people ghọgbuo gị anụ keta etinye ihe na WhatsApp. Ọ Radio Biafra ebe a ka o bidoro. Ọkwe na-aghọta so ebe a ka ị ga na-anụ ihe niile. A na-agba mbọ everywhere. Mana awụrụ na ide follow anything ka otu ị ga-esikwe na-ama. Onye m si gị primarily ị ga na-efollow Radio Biafra. Ya ọdịtị. Ndewo Maazị. Ndewo.
advance ntụmanyawo ka tinye na ihe niile na-ekpere na-agbakwanụ mbọ fisikali otu e nwere ike isi agba awezụga na ịkpa oke nawo ndị asụkwa ndị emekwa ndị emeghe mana ọwụzino ya wụrụ m uche m akara m eso ka anyị chọpụta na among us the genuine people so that esigodo ebe na-achụ shi ebe na-achụ ndị esowo otu onye eze ka achịgara atụrụ mana tibe mgburịkọta onwe anyị.
Maazị enweghị ihe a na-egburịkọta onwe anyị. Advice ị na-enye wụ ihe a na-eme ihe bọta ya ọgụnwa enwere ihe na aida ị chọghị ị na-ege aghọgburu gị si egezi na Radio Biafra maybe who knows mana ihe m na-agwa gị please gewe Radio Biafra. Ndewo Maazị. Ndewo ka m were other calls. Thank you. Caller on, let me see. Caller on Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu. Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu, caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Sorry, hold on. Let me. In this struggle, there are different mentalities. Mazi, go on, please. Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu, can you hear me? Wait, too. Why is your this not coming out?
I'm hearing you very well. Okay. Okay, don't worry. Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Ifan Chukwumada Abuchi, and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. My brother, Mazi Jonathan, that man that called here, I hope he's genuinely looking for information, but he sounds like don't keep it as far-fetched that these people can call Radio Biafra to talk rubbish. What does he mean by Ndakuleba, onye referendum, which means no one touch informations. They're not clear on Radio Biafra. But that is, by the way, I'm not all seeing, but I'm very skeptical at his questions and attitude. And okay, Biafrans, we must eschew this some people, like you said in your introduction, we have to say things as it is and then follow the logic behind it. Let people not hoodwink us with those superstitious claims. Now, I can say that the topic is genuine or true independence. When we are talking about genuine and true independence, the clergymen have a very big part to play. They have to tell our people, that is their congregation, the truth. Not only on people, those and the manipulation that goes with it, but also concerning politics of freedom and independence. How the indigenous people, both Christians and Muslims and all indigenous people are being killed and driven from their ancestral homeland, must we continue like this? If not, if the answer is no, then you as a clergyman or woman must tell your congregation to support the movement of the indigenous people of Biafra and to support the ESN. Now, politicians must also tell the people the truth and act in the people's interests. How can Governor Peter Mba of Enugu, Governor Uzodinma of Imo State, former governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, and former governor of Abia State, Ojo Zakalo, etc. How can they be encouraging the Fulani invaders into our homeland, knowing that and seeing, when they know and seeing the mayhem they are causing across Nigeria? They are importing those killers in our land just for their political position and career. Are we now to start telling these people that the Kaduna people, the Southern Kaduna people gave these people 30,000 hectares of land just to settle, do their ruga, do their cattle herding? But today I'm telling you, they have taken more than required. They are driving the people away from their homeland. These are charitable people who say
they are insatiable. It's not land. They are continuous expansion.
Yes, that is their goal. They are insatiable. They don't have any concept of coexistence. They don't believe in our value of live and let live. Now, how can people who are learned and who are old enough, like to be grandfathers, how are they importing these people? They know they go and see what they are doing to people in Plateau State. The people in Plateau State give them a place to settle, and they are killing them every time. Like they are killing people in the Kaduna, they are killing people of Benue like that. And our people, calling themselves governor or politicians, are bringing these people to settle them in our land, giving them our land we don't have. They call us a dot land. We are dot. They leave 70% of land mass of Nigeria in the north. They come to settle to do their luga and the cattle heading and cattle cloning in our place. And people are conniving with them to do that. That must stop. That is what, because it's not in our interest. If you think you are secure now because you are governor or any type of politician, think about posterity. Think about our future generation. They will not be crying like people of Southern Kaduna and Plateau and Nasarawa and Benue and we Biafrans now are crying. Please stop that nonsense of trying to settle Fulani in our place. We don't have land to settle anybody. It's not enough for us ourselves. Now, coming to this politics, countries are owned and formed by the indigenous people according to their value system. Don't mind what they did when, they defeated our people, like you said, during the Kumek Wars. That was the war against colonialism. They defeated us because of their superior firepower eventually, after 31 years, and then the division they managed to sow among our people, our fighters, that they didn't do as they used to do. So they defeated us and brought their own value system, their religion, their culture, their education, and so forth and so on. Britain, France, or America, or any other country on earth cannot set up a country for you to help you. They are setting it up to serve their interests, and they're setting it up according to their values. And now, you have said it, my brother Jonathan, but I will repeat. Look around the world, countries that develop according to their value system, they are thriving up to today. You can count Japan, you can count China, you can count even Korea, you can count Europe. Because Europe was developed according to their value system, Judeo-Christian value system, and that's why they have nation states. Even if you are 100, they give you your own nation, because they fought up themselves and they come to the majority of mind to say, if you have your own country, then we can come together and create a union to help each other. And so, even here I'm living now in the Netherlands, one of their prime minister called Johan de Witt, I will not forget this. The prime minister was called Johan de Witt, and his brother called Cornelius. They were killed and eaten. They were killed and eaten by the force, by a mob, for alleged incompetence and unpatriotism. That's why they were killed and eaten. Now, we in Biafra agitation, we in IPOB, we don't advocate killing and eating, but we must make our political class, our politicians all together, to act according to the interest of our people. Not to counter for foreign interests, be it Britain or God knows who else. You can starve your people, you can sell your land in advance to service the interest of a foreign country. And that is why Biafra must come, because we cannot condone that shit. We are not, what do you call it? We are not feudal. We are not feudal in nature. Everybody have respect, everybody have a right to speak and right to vote. And that's why our value system will determine our constitution in Biafra, and written by ourselves, devoid of any foreign interest, in what you call genuine independence. May God help us to achieve that. And may God help us to rescue our leader, that they release him to take care of himself, and then we restore Biafra with a genuine, independent and sovereign nation of Biafra. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
There were Mazi. Well spoken. We must continue. Caller on what's up? Mazi Chuku. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi Chuku.
Thank you, Mas Jonathan.
There were Mazi.
My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, Mas Jonathan, as always. I greet my leader and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who set up this platform to expose so many evil that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet him once again. Yes, my Jonathan, one thing is this. the damage that what people created in Igbo land first before other races in Nigeria. I don't know if it is going to be repaired because the damage was so much. I started journey of life from 1950 to today. I saw my grandfather before my father. I know how things is doing. How are they doing something? Each time they will start to refer their ancestors. Anything actually me, ana-eji mmanya na ọjị kpee gọọ ọfọ wụpụrụ ya ndị ichie n'ala ya na mmanya. Onye we onye okenye ga-ebu ụzọ abịa were ọjị ahụ gwa ọjị ahụ nye onye nwatakịrị onye kwesịrị ịwa ọjị ahụ. Ya bịa wepụta anya ọjị ahụ ebe a na-adị white, ewepụta ya mkpụrụ anụ ahụ ọdị. Achinye onye okenye n'aka ya chigide n'ofu aka gbanye ya mmanya n'ofu aka. Ya ọbịa wuzi okwu okwu. Mgbe o kwuchara okwu ahụ mkpọkuchie ndị ichie na Chineke. A na-akpọku Chineke akpọkuo ndị ichie. Awụfu ọjị ahụ n'ala. Awụfuo mmanya ahụ. Bifo abịa gbanye onye okenye ahụ mmanya nke ya nwụọ bifo ekewe mmanya. Udo dị mgbe ahụ. Ihe na-aga n'usoro ya. Ihe mere ka mmadụ wụrụ mmadụ otu si eche echiche ihe Nnamdi Kanu na-akụzi na redio. Ihe ahụ na-emaghị a na-akọ ya ga-ege ntị. Maka ọ ntị, ihe iketere na ntị gị, gị mee ya implement, gaa ghọọ mmadụ. Gị wụrụ onye nzuzu, a na-ekwu ihe bara uru, ị ga-ege ntị. Ekwucha ya dịka ebe kuru mmiri gwọ n'okwute. And that is ihe na-eme ndị Igbo taa. Anụrụ m oge somebody agwụ na-ekwu okwu onye Ọhafịa. Ahụ m onye isi agụ, yes. E nwere omenala mgbe a na-akọ ọjị. O nwere ọtụtụ ihe a na-eme. A na-eme omenala mgbe a na-aga akọ ọjị. O nwere ihe ndị a na-eme dị iche iche na village ọbụla nwere otu ha si eme nke. According to Tunu si eme nke. Mgbe a na-ebute iji, a na-eme omenala. Ihe ndị a m na-agbara ugbo nwekwe nke ahụ eke n'ala Igbo. Gịnị mere? Church, religion. Okay. Gị bịa gaa na Yoruba. Ihe ndị Yoruba ka ji omenala ha. But onye Igbo atụfuola nke ya. Only God knows how many years. Gị gaa na chọọchị ndị Yoruba dum. Ndị Igbo na-adopt over 80% na church. Mmadụ ole na Yoruba na-aga church? Ọtọ ndị Igbo yeju na church. But put it by the side. Jụọkwa na onwe gị ajụjụ, because mgbe mmadụ nọ gị nọkọta gaa nọrọ ọdụ one place, jụọ onwe gị ajụjụ. Gị jụcha onwe gị ajụjụ, gaa saa ya. Gaa jụkwakwa onwe gị ajụjụ, gaa saa ya. That thing makes you a human being. That is make you a human being. Gaa jụọ onwe, since ikpe were church na Nigeria, let me say from 1970 after the war, enwere any improvement a na-enweta since ha na-ekpe church ya? The answer is no. Nigeria is getting from bad to the worst, to the worst, to the worst, to the worst till today. Why not ask your question? This thing in name, or this thing in name, anyway answer. That means it is not good. Let me hear from other side and see where is wrong and put things together so that we get they read something. And that is what Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching on this radio. Lego Danyana Libo, almost 80% in Igbo betrayers, saboteurs, traitors, criminals, And all of them, tomorrow is Sunday, you will see all of them inside the church. That one is alone. We teach you that something is very, very wrong. That where they are going, there's no hope. Also, them will go to church. Mwike will go to church. All these criminals will go to church. And those people you call man of God in Nigeria, many of them are working very hard to hold people down because they know that what they are doing is wrong. But they are doing all these things to hold those people down because they are making money from those foolish ones who are not ready to listen to the teaching of our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Until Igbo people understand that they have lost their roots in terms of traditional way of life. If not, they will continue pulling their people down. Sometimes I heard through this radio this morning, in the morning, about those that is preparing Kaha Tukoego Haji make sure na ha fight ndị DOS. Okwane fight. Nke nwanyị a na-akpọ nene anya so n'ime. Kanu ta Kanu so n'ime. These people na-eme ha ajụjụ m chọrọ iji ugbu a. Onye ka unu na-emegide? Big question. Ọ Nnamdi Kanu ka unu na-emegide? Ọ IPOB ka unu na-emegide? Ọ Chinedu ka unu na-emegide? Ọ Chinasa Nworu ka unu na-emegide? Unu na-emegide onwe unu ome ihe mere onwe ya ka ọ nọọ. Because ihe mere na ndị Igbo ugbu a na Nigeria na mba dum gbaa gburugburu ga-emezi mba dum hụrụ onye akpọrọ onye Igbo ya na-asọ ya asọ. Ọ ga-ekwe ka ọ bata ụlọ ya. Because Nnamdi Kanu abịala ka ọzọ pụta unu n'ọkụ mmụọ unu nọ n'ime esi na unu nọ na Nigeria. Ya wuru ndị Igbo ahụ ndị agha si na ha wu ndị Igbo na-agba mgba ka ha kwatuo ọdụlihu ha. Abalị abụọ na atọ na-anwụọ ahụhụ esoro ụmụ unu. Ole ndị si otu akpa agwa ndị Igbo? O kwebe unu ịghọta na ihe gbasara religion bụ ihe ji damage Igbo race completely damaged. Ihe ga-ahụzi n'ala Igbo wuru wayo ndị ohi na ndị ama. Radio Biafra na-ekwu okwu ka azọpụta n'ekwesị kerere agbụ na Nigeria. The same ndị Igbo a na-agba mgba. M gechara ukwu Chinasa Nworu kwuru last few days now. Anya mmiri na-agba m n'ebe ndị Igbo nọ. Lee nwanne Nnamdi Kanu ka esi na ya wee manelu Kanu. Lee Kanu ta Kanu enyi mere enyi. Unu na-agba mgba wụ ka unu ewere ego ndị politician were ego nye unu. Ka unu mekie sure na-ehodu nwanne unu down. Look at a stupid man. Ihe na-eme wee ịzụ moto na-apaki na ya dị paki zụọ moto paki everywhere. Ndị politicians tinye gị ego gị na-azụ moto.
Before we digress, round up.
What type of people are these? What type of people are these? Ya dịwa, Mazi Jonathan, achọrọ m ịgba onye ọwụla ume. Onye ọwụla na-anụ olu m n'abalị a. Onye ọwụla na-ege redio Biafra. Onye ọwụla na-anụ olu Nnamdi Kanu. Stand there for it. That's the only way out. Igbo race have destroyed completely by religion. Thank you. And all Biafra.
There were almost a Biafra. There were caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me?
Brother Jonathan, Chukwu okike abịa ma ekekere o maka ọ ga-awa ọta wee That's why they say my people perish as a result of it. Let's go. Biafra, anywhere you are, my name is Opposition. I'm from Omaha. I know more will be an example. And I do not know. Every religious leader, every type of I have to be able to. And then the Jonathan, that's the man who on now. That man gets a bubble in. Tell you what they do. This is the right thing. We are not fake. This is where the Most High, the owner of life and death, that's God that created this platform. He says, every Biafra, anywhere you are, one, that, up to the chicken. Oh, yeah. Who can't know why it's kept. As this record is I tell you, can you check it? If they are not here, but Biafra is coming, are we not the one hosting it? Where's Chinedu? Where's Chinedu? They are doing their culture, their tradition.
They will. Sometimes your call even. I don't know. Mazi, if you are listening to me, I hate on the kind of I wasn't here, I don't like it. Personally, I don't know. Honestly speaking, this is not a place we have passed through warning. Who is tenable? Who is stop that. I hate it. It makes what we are doing or this year call I name Humaka. I naman Kromono. A call Tinubu, a boy, you call American president, boy, but it doesn't showcase maturity, honestly speaking. I've told you several times privately. If you don't want to listen, I'll stop picking your calls. Caller on listen on Signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on Signal.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan, good evening, sir.
There were Mazi.
My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine calling from his location. Mazi, thank you for your program. My greeting to HODs, the wise men. May God bless them and bless our leader who give us this platform for we to propagate the gospel of the truth. And Mazi Jonathan, may God bless you. You, the driver, the pilot of this program. Mazi, your topic says, Genu or true freedom. Am I right?
Or true genuine or
Yes.
true independence or true freedom, yes.
Okay. Genuine or true independence or freedom. Mazi, we must understand what is genuine. And also we must understand what is freedom. For my own definition, let me define genuine. Genuine can be defined as the process or the system in which there's nothing like sentimental. You don't have a particular aim to be a member or the associate towards your liberation. That's my own definition. I don't know about any other person. You must be genuine in mind. It can never be emotional. You must remove emotionally. You must not be sentimental. You must not be tribalism. But you are focusing to have something or to achieve something that will benefit everybody. Must let me come down. Come to freedom. Our people normally says, Ana abuz ozotala before zobute. Freedom is everything you can think in this life. When you have freedom, Mazi, everything is okay with you. Call it wealth, call it education, call it human rights in your own side. When you have freedom, you can be able to express or exercise yourself in any form or in the ocean of intimidation. You can be able to express yourself. But when you don't have freedom, call it whatever you do, even in the name of religion, you can never skate through. And that is why we must fight to get our freedom. And at the same time, we must be genuine to stand and know what we want. Because if you bring this my definition or this my analysis towards the zoo independence, you will find out that a people that fought for independence of zoo did not have this kind of definition. The independence was not defined on their own way to achieve their freedom. Because had it been that the independence was defined, you can be able to say this person is he, or this person is she, or this is what we want. We don't need any external interference. But in case of zoo, something like that is not there. And that is why, before you come out to contest any office, call it presidential office, call it sanitary office, you must contact those people that put you people together before you can be able to skate through. They are the one that brought the religion, and they are the one that selected your leader, which means your independence is not true, and is not the true independence. And you people are not genuine to define what you people want. And that is why we are in the mess. And that's why we say that Biafra can never be that flag independent which Nigeria got from their colonial masters called Britain. And that is why Radio Biafra is here to do the needful, to sanitize our mind and our brain, and they give us focus to know what we are asking, for we to be pure in heart, not to be selfish always, not to have selfish interests, fighting for freedom. We must know that this freedom is not we, but is us. What we can do, or what we can have, all of us, not only me, not you, Jonathan, not DOS, not this or not that we are fighting for our unborn generation. We are fighting for our upcoming generation to have a mouth or to have a word to say, and also to have a sense of belonging. That is why we are fighting both religion and also defining what we want in the same time. Mazi, this program, if you don't know what you are fighting for, and if you are not genuine in mind, and if you don't know what this freedom is all about, Mazi, you are born or you are existing to make mistake in the process of fighting for your freedom. Because after that, you now get yourself, only yourself, and your family. You don't think about any other person. And that is why we say Biafra is our religion. After Biafra, we can be able to put other things in place. Mazi, may God bless you and
You
bless
too.
this radio.
There
We
we
must continue.
There
Good night from here.
There we
Mazi, good night.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, you Mazi, can you hear me as well?
There the whole world is hearing you. Mazi, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother Mazi Jonathan. Continue to Obihado continue to protect you. The DOS, HODOS, the principal officers, I salute you. This is your brother Ugo, calling you from my location at the moment. I'm one of those people who say never die, and we must continue to preach this gospel to our people to make sure that our people understand exactly what we are fighting. We are not here every day paying for this radio station to come here to gossip. I am not a gossiper, can never be one. It does not pay, and then it does not put food in my table. All I need to do is to make sure that Biafrans is not being deceived by criminals somewhere who is in the name of taking advantage because Onyendu is incarcerated and they will take advantage. Mazi, I'm starting to understand that any time I take my time, I will speak well. But if I'm angry, maybe my flow will not be stable. But I understand that because I am an angry man. An angry man doesn't have any other thing to lose except to make sure that he fights for what he believes on. And I believe that my people must be free. It doesn't matter what any other thing anybody is saying. We must be free because we have been in Western world. We have seen what they mean by freedom. We have tested it. We have seen it. But guess what? The same people who bring who they are championing democracy, they keep deceiving us in the name of democracy. Biafrans all over the whole world. There is nothing like democracy. Anybody that come to preach you democracy, there is nothing like democracy. These are quasi organizations and mouth-washing and criminal elements who are parading themselves in the name of Western leaders, championing democracy. They use it to deceive us. And I'm pleading to our people, if you never listen, if you never watch the interview of the Russian president and Taka saying, please do make sure that you listen to it, impact yourself with the wisdom, make sure that you know what you are doing. Make sure that when somebody stops you and asks you, why are you fighting for your freedom? You won't be slagging. You know what to respond to him immediately. And that is what I'm doing. Mazi, I want to use this opportunity to say something. I am not, I'm here to be corrected. And I'm not here to say that I'm more educated than anybody or I'm here to make people know me. No. I've been given a post in IPOB. I rejected it because I cannot do it. And I never know that the people who are trying to give me the post are trying to make sure that, because they know that I'm an angry man, I see evil, I call it evil. They want to use it to pin me down to speak on their behalf. I said, no. When you are an evil man, I call you the name. That man says, you can't do me nothing. Like as we are saying, if you watch our program and this radio station, it's not for gossiping. It's not for time of those ones have gone. At least people should learn from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like as you are saying, I want to plead again. You see, most of us go through social media. The reason why we go there is to make sure that people does not deceive our people. And that is my opinion. That is my own way of life. I make sure that I look everywhere to make sure there is no place they are saying Ndibo are this, Ndibo are that, Biafrans are this, Biafrans are that. If they are discussing anything concerning my people, I will call it, except I didn't have the opportunity or I'm in a tight corner. I will call in that program and redirect them and tell them that we have impact with wisdom. We know what your fathers did. You cannot deceive us anymore. And then you show them that anger in you. like as I said to Biafrans, you know, vomit that venom on them. If you don't know how to get it, make sure that you learn it, because there is nothing good will come out from the zoo. And let me tell you, Biafrans, if you are a hardcore Biafra and you are about to watch this Pasai football they are going to play tomorrow, or you are supporting this their football they are going to play tomorrow, then you get out. You are not a Biafran. I said it to their front here today that I want Nigeria to lose. The woman is looking at me. Say, "Tagara, where you? Who are you?" I want them to lose so that you can see. The same way I call one radio station this morning, I tell them that you people are hypocritical human beings. After this food, you people keep saying football unite us. You see, Nigeria is united football, and I ask them, after this football, what else? This is what I asked them in the morning. After this football, what else? You go back to your tribalism. You go back to Igbo man. It's not a Nigeria. Destroy his property. Go back to your southeast. Go back to your southeast. You don't belong to Lagos. Go back here. I speak to them in the language they will understand, and this is me. And we tell them who they are. At the end of the day, if this junction we are, that Mazi Kanu have light us. If you can't make use of it, then sorry. I want to tell my people something that is very, very important. I managed to watch our brother Metusedek, one name Metusedek. The reason why I'm saying these things is for you to know that there is a problem. In fact, our people have a problem. Why am I saying all these things now is that you can see that our brother has been in his mother's land, and on his program that I was watching, he just threw away that he just made that comment, and I knew that it's a comment, and I applaud him that he has been, in fact, he's been deported. I hope many people have seen that video.
Mazi, please, it's okay. Please let us not go on discussing on.
I know.
I understand.
Sorry about that. People, the chief infiltrator so carry it and place on his wall. That is the way I am coming back.
I know.
And
I know.
I'm saying it for that that our brother that called. I don't know if he's a man or whatever. You know, you can call Radio Biafra you listen to Radio Biafra. You know, you can call Radio Biafra and make inquiry. Or you can call the broadcaster after the broadcast and make an inquiry. You didn't do that, but you come on air and try to tell us that you have done that already. And we have been telling our people to disregard these criminals that are trying to put you into trouble. Our people does not listen. How on earth again are we going to tell our people? How? Our people knows exactly what they are doing. You know that you can call this radio and seek before you do whatever you want to do. And you want to come here to tell us how you are going to do it. But Mazi Jonathan, thank you for the way you handle that thing without putting him on air. For as far as I'm concerned, he's talking bullshit, rubbish. But I applaud you the way you you don't want to hear those conversations, because I know these are filtrators as far as I'm concerned. They pretend as if they don't know what they are doing. They know what they are doing.
Let me
round up in 30 seconds.
Please.
Please. Whatever you do here in Radio Biafra, don't, because when you are carrying it out, you are deceiving another people entirely.
Of course.
Whatever you don't hear, don't say, Mazi, give me this opportunity.
There will. Caller, let us, make use of time, please. It's not everything that we have to respond, just like that or in a way. Things take care of themselves. Any person that says now that is not informed, it's not our fault. Of course, it's not our fault. It's his fault. That's it. Ignorance is not an excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse. So that is it. In a court of law, ignorance is not an excuse, because you have to seek for knowledge. It is not knowledge that we seek for you. Caller on WhatsApp, as we are heading towards the end of the program. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, good evening from my location.
Mazi,
Yeah,
there we
thank you, Mazi, my professor, for this very educative program this evening. I must appreciate you and also appreciate every member of Directorate of State. First of all, my greetings go to the Directorate of State for handling this very media space, because ever since then, two brokers of our GOC has controlled almost many things on media, most especially from our media warrior side, and I must appreciate them for that. Mazi, I want something. I really, you said a lot of things on this very evening program, but there are something that I really need to, I don't understand, most especially from the Christian aspect, Christianity, religion aspect. The kind of, should I call it methodology of their function, or I don't know how to present it. But even many of these people, because we are fighting for freedom, but many of these people who are too emotional, I begin to reason this. I don't know, you can educate me on this. Why is it that if any of them could have opportunity now to snap a picture with Russia, who the Russia president, they will be eager to boast and stand behind him to snap a picture. So what I'm really confused, or I really want, if you can help me, is why is this such? But such people, Amanke got a but such
Repeat,
people
can I
who
water time you go against you?
Mazi,
Say I didn't. I water time must repeat all the question whether to snap picture.
okay, good. I mean, when in a freedom movement, many people, because of religion mindset, they don't want anything, war. They speak about where they don't want war, they want to do it peaceful. God will handle everything. But such set of people, when it comes to maybe now coming close to a powerful president like Russia now to take a picture, they will be glad to approach such man, to boast that they are with this person or they are snapping picture with this person because of who that person
He's a
is.
strong man.
Because he's a strong man. But when it comes to their own side, to be as strong as such person, they want to, they are bragging, or should I say, they want to feel that they are with. They can't be able to do that. So Mazi, I don't know you got me explain, because we check it again most of the times. Now say, how can we help our people from this mindset?
There, Mazi. Okay. Now let me. I think you have to listen. I will talk a bit.
Okay.
Let me explain what I understand, because let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I switched off another person. Oh my goodness me! Instead of the person I supposed to. Let me see. Let me pick this last caller. Now I will say something towards the end. I mean, during my closing remarks concerning the question of our brother. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? You'll be the last caller.
Yes, Mazi. Jonathan Chinedu.
There were Mazi Obase. There were.
Udo the really want Chineke. You hit everything. Make our people to understand that only us are different from. We are always trying to behave, we are peaceful, we are peaceful. That is why we are where we are today. You know, our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ahmadike, one of Biafra land, the only man who stand up and say enough is enough. Every man who said, I can never follow the evil politicians in our land to destroy the land of Chukwokuka Abiyama. Our leader make it possible for us to know that we are in a mess, that we should wake up and defend ourselves. That is why we said our Biafra is our religion. On this hollow platform is where we worship. Eze Chukwokuka Abiyama is our God. Mazi, our people should know this thing we are doing is not out of hatred to anybody. We want to write our own name in the world because we are people. Anybody who are doing all those things as taking it as emotional, no. Why must every time we are those who are always defending ourselves? Defending ourselves because we want to peace. You want to force people who don't need peace to have peace with you. No, the area is better. We said it's better all of us start fighting each other because we want to peace. That is why evil politicians in our land recruiting people, and those people that are killing people now, they take them as the rare men. We that are seeking for peace, they call us people who don't know anything. They call us sorts of names because we want to peace. No. Enough is enough. When you see these people trying to kill you, the best thing you should do is kill them back. Send them that place they want to send you. Today, now, our leader defeated zoological, front and back, up and down. But they know we are peaceful, that we can never bite. That is why they are still holding our leader till today. We are not talking about those things to force people to come and do rubbish. No. We must target Nigerians and give them what they want because that is something Nigeria want from us and the whole world. That is something they want us to do. This issue of God will fight our battle. I want to ask you, Mazi, if God will fight our battle, I ask, is it only us that God created, that he will fight our battle? Is it not the same God created Fulanis? Is it not the same God created Afghanistan? Is it not the same God created all those people that are ruling the whole world? Why must God fight for us? Is it because God will love us so much or what? I want our people to ask themselves these things. Not only you as a man will challenge your fellow man and say enough is enough. Because I never see God or trying to know where God is coming from. No. We are suffering today because of the men who try to subject us to nothing. That's why we are suffering. Jagaban just wake up one day said, I remove subsidy. From that day to today, people no remember one person, only one person. He did not consult anybody. And we are suffering it today. How can we stop this?
Mazi,
I ask religious leaders.
Everybody is buying fuel according to the price, 600 or 700. Those that trust in God, so to say, they are not buying fuel different though. Everybody is
No.
okay, go on.
That is the way our people don't want to look at it. If you ask them question, what is it that do you want to fight the fight of God? God will settle everything. How? From when? Starting from 1945 to today, Igbo people are suffering in the hand of other tribes. Why can't we stand up and say, no, we must challenge and take our own, the way God created us. Now Fulani is coming in our land, coming into our land, headers, Fulani headers and the Fulani dog headers. So what? To make sure that in these people are what they wanted to do. When they see us inside, the dog will started barking. They will now know where men's is. But our people just moving away from the reality. That is something those people want to do. But the people are saying that God will fight. I asked some people who said everything that happened is God will. I asked them, all those people that Fulani killed, did God created them for Fulani to come and kill them, or did God send the Fulani to come and kill them, to go and kill them so that it will be God's will? Nobody wanted to answer these questions. So I never see the kind of mentality we have, thinking that God will fight this battle for us. We come out to protest. Men's will come out and shoot us. We carry our bodies, we carry our dead and go and bury and move on. Now everybody is jumping up and down. Look at it. The most I hate this is somebody. You see, P2P, that man, that man, Okamanama, that man, Okama, if Hancha Okamanama. He help men, he help people who are subjected us, but in his own land. I asked them, Peter Obi, did you have running water in your village that running 24 hours? Why are you doing this thing to your own people? All of them. Why do you hate your own? You want to rule Nigeria? Look at where we get ourselves. Our property have been demolished in the Lagos because of what you did. Assuming this man stay back, forgetting these people the way we talked to him before. Leave these people, let them continue ruling. They go. We know what we want. They say God has told them. Now God have told them. But Jagaban said, I use my money and buy my present. My presidential. I use my money. He did not say God will give him that seat. He said he used men use his own money he made. He did not say if Yoruba people, all these hypocritical pastors, Yoruba people, I didn't see any good people from those people. During 2012, when Jonathan is there, every day prophecies, God will say, but since Bukhari entered here, God will disappear from their mouth. Nobody again said anything. Everybody keep mute. I ask my people who are going all these Yoruba churches. And well, our leader made it open to everybody. You can never get me out. That thing you are sitting, not in the church. Not in the church. Let them continue play. Over that, pastors, they are contributing money to give. The same people are buying the same money, the same fuel, 1 liter, 700, 670. Everybody is into it. We are into it. But behold, great Biafrans, the area is better. We wake up. Support ESN. Stay the line of DOS because DOS is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is DOS. So everybody should stay in the line. Remove your eyes from all these infiltrators. Since those people who are trying to tag us bad names. But we people, we take this our freedom by force. Not that kind of thing. They won't watch it. Melo embrace all the good ones. We don't watch it.
Thank you very much. This is where I'm going to switch off. Biafrans, there are some very, pertinent questions that we should be asking ourselves. Like this last callers talked about fighting battle because it's a common thing. Oh God, we fight our battles. It's a program. Let me ask our people: do you think that the name they brought to you is so powerful? It can move mountain, and Oyibo just simply give it to you, free of charge. It's something powerful. They didn't give you. They didn't teach you to give you the key to enrich uranium for nuclear weapon. No, they just carry one name is very powerful. They give it. They give you free. Oh yeah, take right from slave trading. The only book that is allowed for slave to read is Bible. The only book. No science book is banned because they don't want you to know reality, to have knowledge. You know, just like as when I ask question in the comment of one person that Mazi Jonathan, what you are doing, you are deceiving people. I say okay. Can you come on air with facts and figures? He say, in things of religion, in Christianity, there is nothing like facts and figures or big spirituality. Okay, religion, is a opposite of common sense. So, you think that all these things that we are calling every day is so powerful, or you both just carry it? Europeans carry it and give to you, and retain physical power. AK-47, they have mortar bomb. They have building physical things, hiding it from you. Now they give you a name above every other name for you to move mountain. It's just like the question Mazi Jidofo asked. When people say, "Well, God will fight my battle," but they praise in the Bible the story of David. He went and with a physical fighting, spear and arrow, he slaughtered, massacred maybe 20,000 Philistines in a physical war, and they are, they are happy, feeling it that this man is a man of valor. But in their own, no, God will fight for me. Don't you see that this is a program? Our brother rightly said, is it only you that God created? The same God, is it what of the Fulani? The Fulani, let me tell you. Do you know the mentality of the Fulani? They say that God have given them, Allah have given them your land. And that is why they are fighting to get it physically. He said, just like, even in the story of the Bible, when the land of Canaan was given to Israel, the so-called Israelis, they start waiting and say, "Oh yeah, God, oh yeah, go and fight." He said, they go out, they went and fight for it physically. That is the model of the Fulani. But you are inside praying for God to fight your battle. But when you see a strong person, a strong man, a mighty man of valor, you admire him, you want to identify yourself with him, power. Did God fight in his battle? Did God fight Putin's battle? Did he stay and wait? The angels now just go and do it. I used to say we are people that like shortcuts, very easy things. We like to eat our cake and have it, and they can never happen. The earlier we understand it, the better. You stay in your house, you pray, and God will strike. I think we have. I'm not mocking us, but I'm saying the reality. Ọkwa gonna Sam kpecha abụọma kpee nke a gbuo ehi gbuo ehi a Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọpụtana ma ndị prọfesaịrị so-called prophecy so that I call betting ya pụta hey onye out here everywhere. The only thing that will bring him out is our actions. That is physical actions and nothing more. Either through our strategy, physical human brain. Forget about I like ihe fosa. Hey, you got no n'ime ụlọ kpee ekpere command or mountain ya disappear. Whose side? All these are brainwashing. And we're a mountain in our commander. If you are commanding, you would have stayed in your house. Our land would have been filled with milk and honey. Am I going, hey, God gave manna to Israel. Where? Which honey? But you want to visit to America. America, is it God to give them honey and sweet? They worked hard for it. They sacrificed their lives for it. And they continue sacrificing. Causing problems everywhere. Oh, and being killed everywhere. The other day, how many American soldiers killed in Jordan? Is part of the sacrifice. But you just want to your own. You want it to come in a bed of roses. You will be there in your room praying, and everything will be okay. Get out. We must pass through the process. Like it's the reality of this world. If you want to blame anything that brought you into this world, why you bring you? Because you must experience this normal thing. Our own is not different. So prepare your mind. It's like that. The whole countries that you see that are developed, advanced, one way or the other, they pass through wars and turbulences every time until they refine themselves. Gold cannot be what it is today unless it pass through fire. It will pass through acid first. You understand? Through mercury. Now, after it pass through fire and not shine, it will shine. But you don't want to pass through acid test. No way. You don't want to. You just want miracle, and everything you start enjoying. You know, wishy-washy, stupid. How do I call it? What our leader called it, gullibility. Very foolish. That's why we are always advocating for peace at our own detriment. If you build a house in Lagos, it will be brought down. Your properties, you suffer. It will be brought down. You start afresh. Before you know, heart attack will kill you. Your children will be suffering. You don't want problem. You don't want to engage in the thing. But every day. You will live in a problem. We better prepare our mind. We better face the reality. That is the thing. Without facing the reality, you are lying to. Stop lying to yourself, making yourself happy. That is the worst part of it. All this brainwashing, all these wishy-washy thinkings or thoughts, is just to make yourself happy. It's just like somebody that is drunk. Somebody that hits bottle. He has problem in his family as a man. You don't want to face the problem. Every time you pass through, before you finish work, you pass through the bar. When you drink finish, just did the problem go? The answer is no. But you just pump yourself so that your feeling will be different from reality. That is what this religion has made us. Feeling happy in miserable life. Not being able to fight our battle. Not being able to face our reality. Just be feeling, don't worry. Before anything that you say, no, I have you pass, you are living in illusion. You have a better place to go. Why not go today? Go today. What are you doing in this world with us? Tomorrow you go to church. They'll brainwash you more. They'll give you the sedative so that you come suffering and smiling. That is what it is. Here we have bitter pill. It is a bitter pill. If you don't want to listen to it, you better close your ears. We must make up our mind to pass through this. Stop advocating every time. Peace. Are we living in peace? Just talk to you. Are we really living in real peace? Where we are, we have ceiling in our head as our limit. We are not allowed to develop our capacity. Is that peace? Let us, let us tell ourselves the truth. When you see England, you are living today in the United Kingdom. Do you know who removed them? Look at before England even started, developing. They understand the need to remove themselves from foreign control through religion. It's Henry VIII. Removed them. You understand? He initiated the English Reformation. You know, when he separated the Church of England from papal authority. Do you know the reason? The Pope refused to annul his first marriage with Catherine of Aragon. You understand? Because that woman, he married the woman, he cannot get any man for him to replace him when he dies. And according to the Catholic religion, I mean Catholic Church, you have to marry only once you marry after that time, no divorce. You marry only one, no divorce. You see foreign control, and he's the king. He need a male child, and his wife, Catherine of Aragon, was aging. He's in menopause, so he can no more born. He needs somebody to replace him, a man. He asked the Pope that time in 15th century, 1491 to 1547. Look, annul my marriage with this man so that I marry another person, the younger person that will born. He said, no, the church says it's against the church. The man said, what? How can you be there? That's why I love England no matter what. I admire them, not love. I admire them because they do their thing. You see the reason why UK removed themselves from EU. The UK you can never control them. They don't want to be under somebody's control. And no, not today, not tomorrow. If they come there, they cannot control everything. They cannot do things their own way. They simply remove themselves. That is how they behave. So this man, Henry VIII of England, when he wanted to annul his marriage, so that the wife was quoting for him, Bible says you cannot marry. You cannot. I am your wife for that. He said what? Tell Pope. He said I'm the king. He told Pope because that time Pope was the kingmaker. Pope told him, say no, the edicts of the church. You say you cannot marry this wife, whether for good. He said, come on, man. He removed them. He removed Church of England from the authority, papal authority. This thing is a historical fact. I don't know how even it comes to my head. It's a historical fact. You understand? And he removed Church of England that time from the papal authority of Rome. From there now, he initiated himself as the head of Church of England. And in England, UK today, they are thankful of him till today. Because, for somebody, for somebody to change a society, you must act like a mad person. I am telling you. That's why all these, you see Mali, you see Burkina Faso, you see Niger, all these military boys acted like that's the way it should be. Revolution is like you cannot. This is system of democracy, voting. The Europeans are in control. The West are in control of our governance. It's only mad boys that don't care about their lives, that don't play with the rule. We come and take over power. Say that thing that will happen tomorrow, let it happen today. They will change. That's why, I'm not against every dictator. Personally, I'm not against every dictatorship. There are good dictators. After all, the former of Napoleon Bonaparte. He was a good dictator in France. He changed the France of you are hearing today. The France of today. He turned the France to what it is today. Without a mad person, without being mad, you cannot do some certain things. You kill those that are supposed to be killed. Destroy those that are supposed to be destroyed for the future of the country. Not doing, which kind of udon? We continue paparing like this. Everybody, issue junior one or here till tomorrow. It shouldn't be. Check all of them. What of Gaddafi? Call him dictator, but he's a good dictator. He loves his country. That's it. So that is the thing. What Henry VIII of England did, today England, UK is enjoying it. He said, how can just because of religion, a pope will be in Rome commanding me here in England? Say it cannot happen. He pulled away from Roman papal power. You understand? From Papa Politician, from today, we are no more taking authority from you. We are sovereign country, and our religion should be sovereign, our own thing. We do our thing as we should. Do you think that it was palatable? It brought war. That's how it is. So, for changes, positive changes to be done, sometimes it's not peaceful. For your information, that's why when we are preaching about it, yeah, hey, no, leave. Because every time, coward, do we have any peace? Which peace are we living in peace? That we are scattered all over the world. You don't think? You don't. Anytime you go to Nigeria, you spend money. People that went to home on Christmas, many of them ask them. They hire police escort. How much you spend on security? Is that peace? Is that peace for you? For goodness sake, is that peace? Are you living in peace? Every time you are afraid. Let them continue. We shouldn't be living as cowards all the time. I say, hey, we're gonna go. Don't, where is peace? This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra remains our religion, our ideology, our everything, and we will never stop. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.